Feel about what?
How do you feel about bad Scottish accents?
Bats going to Jackson's. What the hell are you
Bad
talking
Scottish accents.
about? Oh, sorry.
Hi there, laddie. How you doing?
I guess it was pretty bad if I couldn't understand it, right? No, I'm fine with that. Long as
Jason Cordiletti.
exactly. So I may have to ask you several times what the hell you just said, but that's fine. You run with it, man. That's good. Okay, so
That wasn't even
I
an
have
accent either.
a question.
go ahead.
Do you want to go first, Sin, or?
That wasn't even me speaking with an accent. That was me speaking normally. It's gonna go what? Because I'm gonna go read. Let's go.
Okay, so this is I think now session 30, if my math is still right. In the last session, the guys met up with this small little, I say small little posse of basilisks that came running out from the cave to the north and to the south. Surprisingly enough, and I tried really hard to get these guys petrified. Several of them got petrified temporarily, but then they broke free of it before it became permanent. And towards the end, they pretty much just pummeled everything in its wake. Although at the beginning of the adventure, quite a few of them were talking about possibly going around this and not taking a chance against basilisks. So I guess they proved a little more stronger than what they originally thought. See a couple things they found while they're in here. I think Curiel, Endon pointed out that Curiel took a necklace off of one of the statues. Originally had 6 pendants. 2 of them are missing. They spent some time trying to find the other 2, never did find them. I think Curiel still has that. Usul and Eves went into the southern corridor to investigate a little bit further. They found a couple of piles of rubble. And Usul actually found some dark green leather armor underneath a bunch of rubble in one section as well. And I'm not sure if he shared that with everybody yet or not. So if not, that'll just be something Usul knows. Well, you guys probably obviously see it. He's carrying it out from inside the cave there. And I think that's it. Oh, Endon, your guide. He was looking back in this direction down here. And he was telling you guys that he's seeing, I think he told you guys he sees something approaching. Did he actually tell you guys what it was?
He said, no, he did say there were more basilisks coming, and we said, let's get the heck out of here.
Right. Okay, so he's pointing out.
No, let's fight them all.
He originally heard something coming, and as you guys started talking like leaving again, he was still watching, and he noticed that looked like several more basilisks were making their way towards the group. So anything else I missed, guys?
Hey, that's we should get the heck out of Dodge. This is gonna go badly. Okay, no.
Trying to figure out why everybody's full health right now.
Because we're awesome. You're not
That's
worried.
a very good question. Why are you guys all full health? Because you guys.
That's kinda
Because
like,
I'm
I'm
an
like, what?
NPC.
Hold on.
Did anybody
That
really
is a
get
good
hit?
question.
We've had a very nice long rest while the basilisks were coming.
I know, like, I don't remember getting hit. I know at least a couple of people did get hit, but
Oh, screw it. I'm not going to fix it now. So you guys are welcome. You have full health now. I'm not sure how the hell that happened, but Merry Christmas. All right, so.
It's
Endon-
come early, hooray.
Endon is still pointing this direction and telling you guys that there's more coming. And he says the exit to the cavern is up this direction. He's pointing, obviously up here. I don't know if you guys can see where I'm pinging up there. So as you guys move, I want you guys to take this slow. I want you guys only moving 3 squares at a time. Okay, because I don't want someone getting like 120 feet up in front of somebody, but just 3 squares at a time. Baron, you're obviously not here yet. You will be probably shortly. Trigvi, go ahead and move yourself up here with a group if you haven't already.
I was gonna say we're missing a Trigby.
Trigvi, you there?
Oh, I keep forgetting that's my character. Yes, I shall move. I shall move 3 spaces up.
No, go ahead and move up.
No,
to the rest of the group.
move over near us.
Oh, where's the rest of the group? Wait, no, wait.
Zoom out.
It's all dark in here. There you are.
Okay, your guy does have dark vision, right? It's working?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Oh my god, this is beautiful.
All right, I'm going to move you up to where I think you should be with the group. I think you should be up here closer with these guys, just based on last session, okay? All right, so Tegan's not here. Endon's going to be kind of trailing behind you guys. And he's going to ask you guys.
He's maybe late.
Yeah, he's maybe late, so he shows up. That's fine. We'll pick up back up with him. He's just going to shout out if you guys want him to lead or if you guys are good on your own heading out the pass.
So you can go scout ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch on.
Yeah, I'm like, go for it, man.
So if you guys are waiting on Endon, he'll eventually make his way up here. If you guys are waiting on him. And he'll start leading the way out. All right, so at this point, I just want you guys to put yourselves in the order. I'm not going to have you guys move 3 by 3 every single time. Just show me in what kind of a order, if that's going to be your marching line, or if you guys want to move around a little bit, go ahead and do that with Endon in the front.
I'm going to be in the back.
All right, so that's going to be your general marching order. If you guys are heading basically this direction, correct?
Ideal. Yes.
All right, so hold on 1 second.
I like how on initiative order it's labeled bad guys 1, bad guys 2.
Well, I don't like telling you guys exactly what you're fighting, so I'll put generic names in there. And if there's more than one, that's what I'll do between 1 and 2. All right, so I'm going to grab all you guys. I'm going to move you 3 at a time since we're staying in this order here, okay? If any time you guys want me to stop, someone you'll stop, okay?
Can we do perception checks for anything of value on the ground?
Anything on the ground as you walking or right where you guys finished your fight?
As we're walking.
That's going to slow your walking down if you're going to do that, unless you have that feat.
Yeah, never mind then.
Yeah, I think you said last time we're about 2 hours from where we were going, 2 or 3 hours.
Endon said once you get through this pass, he thinks it's probably maybe another 4 to 6 hours to the ruins.
Oh, it's 4 to 6. Oh, geez, I thought it was less than that.
It's currently around, I think I said around midnight, where you guys are walking through here, because you guys took a long rest during the day, finally.
How long have we been awake? Or how long have you been marching?
You guys got up, I'm thinking it was around it was right before dark. It was around 2 or 4 o'clock, as I recall. And when you guys got to here, it was already dark at that point. And by the time you finished your little battle here, Endon would have guessed it would have been about midnight.
So we've been marching for 8 hours.
Roughly, yep.
Oh,
Something
we're not playing by standard exhaustion. We're not playing by standard exhaustion rules here, right?
No, not unless you guys are hurriedly being chased by something like that. Then I'm not going to apply exhaustion rules. One thing that'll apply to exhaustion rules is when you stay in the cold overnight, try to sleep. All right, anything else before I move you guys? All right, I'm moving you. Here's your chance to do anything if you want anything.
Sorry, we're going through that tiny little chasm?
Yep, this seems like, okay. So,
Well, perhaps
anyone else
Yves
feel
wants to
this-
scout ahead.
does anyone else feel this, intense feeling of foreboding? As if we're about to be ambushed?
Yeah, we definitely need to scout ahead.
And I...
Yeah, if Yves is gone, I'll try and scout ahead unless Endon volunteers.
I want to prepare cutting words. Or I want to...
All right,
I want to hold cutting words.
One at a time. Okay, let's go with Corin first. Corin, are you going to ask Endon if he wants to scout out ahead or not?
Well, yes. I'll be like, hey, do you want to scout out or me?
Endon,
I'm a little bit proficient in it.
Endon will kind of look back and forth. He says, well, it's up to you. Once we get through this little tight spot up here, it should open up quite a bit. He says, I'll go forward if you want me to. I just don't want to linger here too much longer.
I'll go for it, man. Just hang back. Look for my signal.
All
Can I
right.
ask how we've met Endon?
How what?
How we've met Endon, for context sake.
Trigvi did not meet him the same time as the rest of the group did. The group met him through the druid Jodel, which they've been kind of traveling off and on pretty much since the beginning. Endon was hired to be their guide. Don't move anymore, Usul. Endon was hired by Jodel to meet the group in the town of Injas and then lead them to the Immortal Caverns to get the Immortal Ice. That's one of the components they need for the Gem Core extractor in order to rebuild the Talisman of Talu. Okay, that was a big long story there, but tell me if you kind of kept up with that.
Exposition. Okay, so I'm going to hold cutting words as an action, and then the trigger will be a hostile enemy. Or a hostile enemy coming within line of sight.
Okay, so just out of character, the way I play this, if you hold an action to cast some kind of a spell or something, is it a cantrip or is it a spell?
Cantrip.
Okay, then it doesn't matter, but I'll tell you anyway, whether it's a cantrip or a spell, if you hold something as a ready action to do something, and then that trigger does not happen, you basically use or lose that slot, whatever you used it for. Okay, with a cantrip, it doesn't really matter, but I'm just telling that for future reference if you do that with spells.
It's a good thing I'm going to play Spellcaster then.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yes, perfect sense.
Okay, anybody else want to do something before Quarren moves forward? Usul, you started to move somewhere.
Yeah, I was just trying to see what was up in this corner.
Okay, so you're going to move towards that corner as Quarren is scouting out ahead? Is that your plan?
Yeah, very slowly.
Okay, so don't move anywhere yet. Trigvi or Kiro, you do anything else? No, Trigvi, you're preparing cutting words. Kiro, anything?
I'm just gonna I guess we're going to that little tiny tunnel there, more align myself to be at the rear of the party.
Okay, and just so you guys are aware, this is not a cave. These are caverns. So what you're looking at here on the side is basically like a sheer cliff going up about parts of it 50, 60 feet tall, up to like 200 feet tall. Just depends on where you are at in the cavern. So it's not a cave. You guys are going through a cavern here.
Would it be feasible to climb?
You'd have to get close to inspect it, see if you're going to do that.
I'll check something. You know, I can cast Dimension Door and just teleport us up to the top of the cavern.
Okay, are you sharing that with me or you're sharing that with the party?
I'm sharing that with the party. That's my only level 4 spell slot, though.
Okay.
That's
you better,
Trigby?
you better get everybody's attention because Quarren and Usul are starting to walk away.
I'm gonna bang on my drum.
Okay, as you
Does that get your attention?
As you bang on the drum, you also hear some hissing and growling from behind you.
Fuck. That's out of character. Does anyone else hear this? For instance, the paladin that's right next to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll pretty much everybody in the party can hear you because you're in the cavern, so it's gonna be reverberating off the cavern walls.
No, I mean the hissing.
Oh yeah, anybody that's close to you will hear that as well. Yeah, maybe not Endon and Quarren, but definitely you, Kirill, and Usul.
So Kirill's gonna call out. Maybe we should move ahead a little faster there, guys.
We had a breakneck pace.
Alright, so Quarren.
Alright, well I'm gonna step out.
Go ahead, Quarren. Three squares at a time, so everybody want moving to.
While we're going, can I be the drummer boy? Can I just drum along to keep cadence?
You can do
Or
whatever
to
you want.
establish a cadence? Yes.
Alright, stop. Don't move anymore, Quarren. Kirill, if you're going to move, or are we going to, since Quarren said he's going to stay out ahead, Endon's going to stay there. Are you going to move any closer, Kirill? You're going to stay there. Same thing with you, Trigby.
That's what I'm wondering. I said I already moved 2 spaces. Trigby hasn't moved at all.
Trigby can move
I
3
have not
spaces.
moved. I moved between the paladin and hissing. Nothing personal.
Okay, Usul, you're moving back towards the party, or are you heading back towards that corner over there?
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with that hit.
Right? So go ahead, corner, if you're going to move again. Actually, stay right there. I want you to give me...
Endon needs to move, right?
Corn, stay right there. I want you to give me a perception check, please.
Alright. Awesome.
Oh, I guess it would help if I switch back to the chat thing so I can see this. Oh, yeah, that is awesome. You're kind of walking through, so, look at there, it's open out over here. So you can see out from the other side of the cabin there, this is it obviously widens up, and it's starting to kind of slowly, gradual slope uphill, but the caverns are pretty much just disappearing off to your left and right.
Alright, well, I'll wave Indon up.
Okay, you're going to stay there? Okay, everyone can move 3 more spaces. All right, Indon's going to keep kind of watch both back behind you and forward as well. So, okay, Corn, looks like the coast is clear. Are we going? Is it clear?
Yeah, it seems clear. I'll move up more.
1, 2, 3. Everybody else move 3 spaces? So as far as you're going, Kirill?
Yep, staying behind Azul.
Okay, don't anybody move yet. 1 second, I got to read this. Okay, so I need Indon, I need Trygve, I need Usul, all to make me deck saves. Because as you guys start walking in here, Corn gets out the back side. You can hear some rumbling up above on the cliffs above you. And you see all around you a giant rope net that was buried underneath the snow kind of spring up into the air and try to entangle you.
Azul, you get +4 to your deck save there.
Hold on 1 second, guys. My son's here. He's got a question for me. What? Okay, that's fine. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry.
It's all good, man.
All right, so who failed? Oh, yeah, I got to roll 1 for Indon still.
What's the DC?
1 second.
Azul, yours was a 13.
Let me roll for Indon since I find his character sheet here. I only got like 18 of them open.
Oof.
Damn.
That's
No,
that's-
Indon!
All right,
It leaves a
so,
lot to be desired.
so the 3 people I said, who did I say it was?
What was the DC?
Usul, Trygve, and Indon. DC is 15. So
Yeah, mine's
15?
not.
I think everyone else but me failed.
which is kind of ironic
Mine's
because you're
not.
right in the center. Go ahead, Usul.
Mine's not rolling up correctly. It should be.
Looks like you rolled it twice. The first time you got a 9.
1d20 +1. Your dex is only a 1.
Yeah, I'm not. It should be higher than that.
What's your character sheet say, Usul?
Do you have nothing in your proficiency?
It says I've got 13 decks.
Yeah, so it's 1d20 plus your
Yeah, it's
proficiency.
+1.
Hold on, guys. Let me look at the sheet. Yeah, you're not proficient in your dex saves, so you basically just got a +1 to your dex. That is correct.
Okay.
And he gets +4 from being within 10 feet of me, so does Trigby.
All right, so tell me again, who didn't get a 15?
Everyone but me.
Everyone but Trigby still failed.
All right, this is going to be hard for me to kind of roleplay this because Trigby's right in the middle of the freaking net. All right,
There's
so,
a hole in the net.
Yeah, I gotta say it. This whole net rips up, and Trigby, you feel yourself starting to get kind of pulled up as well, but then the rope below you just kind of breaks, and you being a dwarf, you're able to kind of slip right through it. But Indon and Usul are starting to get slowly dragged up into the air, and as you guys look up, you will notice that at the top of this giant net of at least 100 feet rope, you see what it looks like. I don't know if you can see these or not. You may be able to see some of them because the other ones are kind of up on the cliff. Of what appears to be, these are up in the air, Kirill. They're not next to you. By 100 feet in the air,
okay.
these stone, looks like stone gargoyles are flying up in the air with Usul and Indon trapped inside the net as they're pulling them up higher and higher. So everybody roll initiative.
Okay, I have an idea. This is gonna be fun. Oh, I forgot to click my initiative thing.
So I'm gonna be 11.
Did you click on your token first?
Yeah.
No, I didn't click. Stupid.
Here, I'm gonna reroll initiative so it's on there, but I'm going to change it to what it originally was.
I was on the ruler function.
Make sure if you're rolling initiative that you change it back to what you rolled first. Unless you have, like...
I have this shield. I roll for advantage.
Lucky bastard.
Yep.
Okay, let me double check my encounter settings since we're missing one or two. So now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us. Is that correct? Well, 6.
Oh, we're missing Baron because he's not actually here.
Correct. So we got 5.
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
not currently with them, so.
So, can I ask something real quick?
Sure.
How far up are the gargoyles?
About 100 feet in the air right now, as they just now starting to take
Okay.
off, and they're starting to go up. Okay? All right, so let me look at this. We got 5, including Indon. So I need that many.
Indon's not showing up on the tracker again.
Oh, I haven't added him yet.
So it wasn't showing up last 2 sessions either, though, even when you did roll him. I don't know why.
How about now? Is he on there now?
He's on there with a 0.
That's impressive. Did you crit fail?
No, I had to add him to his turn.
Crit fail with a -1.
All right, so one second. Give me a second, guys. I want to make sure I get the right number here so I don't overwhelm you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this guy, and that one. So he's gone. All right, now I got the right number. All right, everyone's in?
Yes.
All right, so you guys see, obviously everyone's kind of getting ripped up off the ground, this giant rope net being pulled up into the sky. Indon's going to be the first one as he's rolling kind of down towards the center of the net here. He's going to try to freak out a little bit, and you see him pull out one of his daggers and start kind of cut away at the netting like he's trying to get himself out. Let me see what he does here. All right, you see him cutting away at the net, but he doesn't quite cut himself free yet. That is his turn. He starts screaming for you guys. Doesn't really say anything intelligible, but you can see he's obviously scared at this point. Now the bad guys are up. How fast are these guys? Let me pull them up. Damn, these guys are quick. All right, so the 6, well, you guys don't see all 6 of them, but as you get higher, you will see there are 6 of these guys all around this net pulling it up. And each one of these here do not attack. However, they do raise about 60 more feet in the air. So now they are approximately about 160 feet in the air, pulling these guys even further away. And I'm going to rule that these guys, Usul and Indon, are now about 60 feet off the ground. And then you guys will also see, from this side, you see 2 more kind of swoop in underneath the net. So they're about 60 feet off the ground from you guys. And let me roll for this guy. Even, he goes after Usul. Odd, he goes after Indon. Even, he goes after Usul. So these guys come running up to both these guys from underneath the net. And you see they got boulders in their hands. And they're actually trying to pummel each of them. What you can tell from here, probably in the head, to see what they can do to them. So this first one's going to be on Usul.
That was...
And it knocks itself out.
It takes a swing, and Usul at the last second kind of rolls out of the way, and you see it just kind of bash outside the net here. Usul will move you in towards the center of the net just a little bit because you're kind of rolling towards where the gravity's taking you. Actually, they're on both sides of you. There's 2 of them on you, right? So there's going to be advantage on that, but he still misses with a 10, right? then the other guy
Yeah.
on the other side. This is on Usul as well.
That looks painful.
You take 16 points of bludgeoning damage, Usul. These guys are trying to basically bash you into, you're not sure, but they're trying to beat the crap out of you while you're in the net.
Quick question there. Are they not prone? I know this is kind of a dick thing to ask, but are they not prone when they were picked up in the net?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, they are prone, but they would have.
Sorry, Usul.
These guys would have had advantage anyway because they had him flanked on each side. But since you brought that up, now he's going to have advantage on Indon as well. So here's the attack on Indon.
Dang.
That one does not hit Indon, barely. Again, he tries to swing at it. Indon kind of crawls out of the way at the last second, able to avoid getting hit with this one. All right, so the ones attacking the guys are 60 feet up. The other 6 are about 160 feet up. Trigby, what would you like to do here?
Okay. So, this is going to sound insanely stupid. Is there anyone around me within, so, is there anyone that's currently not 60 feet up right now? Corrin isn't, right?
Yeah. Indon and Usul, the only ones that are 60 feet up. Trigby found a little opening in the net right in the center, so he's basically standing there on the snow, and so is Corrin, and so is Kirill.
Corrin, do you want to go flying?
Do I have a safe way down?
Yes, it's called a net.
Are you gonna catch the net? Or do you have your own net?
Let's think about
He's going to
this.
get one more response before you have to make an action. Otherwise, you're going to lose it.
Okay, let's think about this later. I'm going to run up to Corrin, and I'm going to cast Dimension, I'm going to, that's 15 feet of my movement, and I'm going to cast Dimension Door.
That's you teleport yourself.
It's myself and one creature within 5 feet of me.
Okay. And where are you going to teleport?
Of your size or smaller?
Yes. So how many gargoyles are there carrying up the net?
I think by this point, since they're 106 feet near, you probably see all of them. There's 6 of them carrying the net, and there were 3 others that were attacking Indon and Usul as the net was being carried away.
Okay. Are the ones attacking Indon and Usul above the net or below it?
The ones attacking Indon and Usul are about 60 feet up, and they're below the net.
Okay, that's
Or on the outside of the net.
how wide is the net? Like, how wide are are the squares of the net?
Well, the net itself is starting to kind of shrink from the top. It was, let me draw a little circle here so you see roughly how big it was when it started, but it's shrinking now.
No, I mean, not the actual net itself, like how big the net, like the individual boxes that make up the net are.
Like if it's a 2x2 square foot hole in the net, like a person could hang out from underneath it, or if it's like only like a fine net or like a thick weave net. Does that make sense, Brian?
Yeah, well, from what you can tell from here, it's a pretty thick material that makes up the net.
No, like for a square. Like how big
are
are the squares, the holes in the net?
Here, let me do this. Let me show you where the 6 gargoyles are. Maybe that'll kind of help. I'll point to where the 6 gargoyles are. That's the top of the net right now. So I was looking at the rough size of it.
So to give you an idea of what I'm trying to do, here's what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to teleport me and Corrin 200 feet up. I'm assuming Corrin has some sort of range attack. If not, he's going to fall directly down, then we can use momentum from that to attack the gargoyles.
Okay,
This
so
is
what's your
a
question?
terrible plan.
All right, so what's your question to me?
Well, I have slow fall, so I believe in it.
If Corrin can fit through the holes in the net.
No.
Okay, how big are the holes in the net, though? Are they...
Oh, the individual little netting? Oh, I'd say it's like 1 foot by 1 foot.
So enough to fit a warhammer through and like swing through it.
I'm going to rule if you're hitting from the outside, then yeah, it's fine. If once you get inside the net and you're standing on the net, you're going to have disadvantage on your attacks.
What if I'm falling down 200 feet onto the net while attacking?
I'll give you regular attack on your first
Okay.
hit. After that, it's going to be at disadvantage because you're going to be kind of trying to stand at something that's got a bunch of holes in it.
Okay,
So
I'll
I
do
think
for-
just can I say this out here? I think what he's trying to say, Brian, is he wants to, like, from 200 feet above the net, slam down to where one of the gargoyles is under the net, and just like slam through the net into the gargoyle.
You're going to shoot it
Well,
from
he'd
below
only
Like a
be
the net.
dive
able
bomb.
to do. He'd only be able to go 40 feet above the net, though.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, that's still a pretty good momentum.
Yes. If this goes badly, I'm going to use my card. I'm going to use my inspiration card.
Okay, so what's your action? You still doing this teleport thing?
I'm still doing teleport. I'm teleporting Corin up with me.
Okay, so you're going up 100. How many feet are you going up?
200 feet. 200 feet, and then, like, more towards this direction. That way, like, where the gargoyles are.
Okay, go ahead and move yourself where you want to go to, and then we'll kind of take it from there.
Where are the gargoyles attacking? It's over here, right?
Okay, let me give them some different little colors on the ones that are attacking. How about that? I'll say the ones with the
Yes,
red dots are the ones attacking. How about that?
I'm just
Yes.
moving out of the way so they can see where they're kind of layered above me.
I'm not sure if you can even see the gargoyles yet, if they're still up above the cavern walls or not. So you got one right here, based on each side of Usul, and there's one right next to Endon. Those are the ones that are attacking. The other 6 are on the corners of the net, going up higher.
Okay, so I'm going to teleport Corin and me both next to the gargoyles. So I'd be right here, and then he'd be right here, and then we strike down both of them when our turn comes around.
All right, so to make sure I'm clear on this, those guys are on the outside of the net. They're not inside the net. So,
We're above the net right now.
We're like
falling.
40 feet above the net right now.
okay, so you're 40.
Because they're at 160 feet up, and we're teleporting 200 feet up.
Okay, so technically, yeah. Okay, you're 200 feet up. Those 2 gargoyles were 60 feet off the ground, so you're 140 feet away from them.
Yes.
Okay, clear. And now you're just going to drop down into the net here, right?
I need to check if I can see. I need to check if I can do anything on bonus action real quick. Do I have Warcaster on this guy?
Do you have what?
I don't think I do. I'm checking to see if I have Warcaster on this character. Oh, I don't. Dang it. Okay. If possible, can like the extent of my action be having teleported, and then like within that 6-second span, like next turn would be falling.
Let me figure that out when the bad guys get up, because they're going to attack or have their turn before you go. So I'm probably going to
Corin
roll.
will be up though.
Right now, you're going to be going up, and you're going to start falling immediately as soon as you teleport up there. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so is that all
Okay,
your
it's my turn.
action?
Yes.
All right, Carol, you saw Trigby run over to the side and kind of touch Corn, and they both kind of instantly flash. And then you kind of see, maybe hear those guys actually up above the net, kind of falling into it. What would you like to do here?
Well, I have about the range of a hand axe, so I'm gonna move up underneath, I guess, and ready myself, I guess, to catch someone, maybe?
Throw the hand axe up for me to catch it.
It's not, the hand axe is not going up 160 feet, that's not gonna happen.
We're 40 feet above you.
60
No,
feet.
you guys are 100, you guys
Oh.
are 60, the other guys are 160. Still, it's not going up that high.
Okay. Dang it.
Okay.
But
Oh.
can I take that as a reaction, like to catch somebody if they fall?
Yeah, I'll allow that, and I'll since you're ready.
Maybe
now,
they only break 6 bones instead of die?
Yeah, I'll give you an advantage on any kind of ability check it takes to catch one of them. Now, granted, you are decked out in full plate, so I'm not sure who's going to get hurt worse, but we'll find out.
Like I said, 6 broken bones is better than dead. And another action, I'm gonna yell at Usul, because Just so I'm clear on this, I know now that he can do the dino form because he switched back and forth, right?
But you've seen him change, so yeah, you're aware that he can shape change into something.
So I'm just gonna scream at Azul, transform or shape change or whatever the hell that spell is.
Say it all just like
Whatever
that, right?
you do.
Yeah, sure, like that.
All right, Corn. So since Trigvi teleported you before your turn started, you are now falling down into this this netting here. What would you like to do?
Well, if I can, I'd like to get 2 shots off with my longbow on the one next to me here that I can barely see.
Is that the one that's holding the corner of the net, or?
All right, so
I think that's the one that's attacking.
okay. So just before you attack, I'm letting you know that unless you have some way of like stopping your fall, you're going to be doing this at disadvantage to shoot anything while you're falling.
I do have slow fall, if that helps.
Is that a
Wait, you're a
cantrip or what is that?
No, it's a...
That's
It's
a
a
monk thing.
thing.
Wait,
Freaking
Corin, you're a monk, right? What's your damage on a hit, or what's your damage on a melee attack with
It's
your
ridiculous.
I mean, yeah, the only thing is I don't think I'm only going to be able to get 1 melee attack and 2 bow attacks while I'm falling, so...
Fist? Wait,
All right,
you
so
were...
What is your slow? Does it specify how much it slows you down by?
I think what happens is that he gets damage reduction on fall damage.
Yeah, it doesn't specify like my fall speed or anything, I just reduce the damage from the falls.
Okay, so I'm gonna allow you to have, since you're falling slow, you normally get 3 attacks, right?
Well, that's a good question. If I can get 3 attacks with my fist, I would like to, or I don't know how you would rule that while I'm falling.
That's why I'm
attacking
asking.
with
You're
my
not gonna
fist.
get all 3 of them even when you're slow falling, but I will give you 2 of 3 without disadvantage. Your third one will be at disadvantage if you're trying to hit all 3 of them on that guy.
Yeah, I'll do that. Just 2 attacks at regular rate.
Again, you're attacking the guy that's on the outside of the net that's been bashed on Usul, right?
I thought we were above the net, attacking the ones that were flying, holding the net, but
Oh,
it
you tell
depends
me.
on where Trigby teleported me.
Well, right now you can either hit this guy as you're going by, he's the one holding the net, or this guy is on the outside of the net bashing on Usul.
I'll attack the one attacking us for now, because if the net falls, then we might be screwed.
All right, so I'm going to re-say what I just said there then, because now you're attacking something through a net. So even with slow fall, this is going to be at disadvantage, trying to punch some guy through a net.
Okay.
So is that the guy you're going to attack?
Yeah.
Okay, what are these guys? 15 is what you got to get to hit. Okay, the second one hits. You going to roll your third one?
Close.
All right, so you got 1
I
hit.
should have given you Bardic Inspiration.
And I'm gonna roll. He's gonna take a con save to see if he loses grip on the net. Ooh, yeah, he did bad. All right, so you bash him for 12 points of bludgeoning damage. Hold on a minute. Yep, those are magic weapons. Ooh, did I say that out loud? You didn't hear that. All right, so as you're falling from space, you slow fall a little bit as you come across this guy that's, again, you're attacking the one that was hitting Usul, right? Not the one holding the net. So screw what I just said there.
Correct.
So as you're falling, you're trying to just real quick get him a little fast shot with your fist in between the netting. Your first 2 kind of go through the netting, and as you're falling, they kind of knock your arms out of the way, but you do get 1 solid hit as you're falling through there. You feel your fist punch right into stone. A little bit of pebbles and stuff fall out. You see the guy kind of look at you with green glowing eyes. He kind of he's holding on to that boulder still like he's waiting to hit somebody else with it next.
Time out. So could I use my my cards to change the outcome of those attacks?
Yeah, you can use them like a regular inspiration card if you want to lend them to Corn.
No, that's just crazy enough to work, and I think that plan was crazy enough to warrant that.
However, you need to do that before he actually rolls. You can't go back after the fact
dang
and
it.
decide to use it.
Yeah, no. Sorry. Okay.
All right, Corn, anything
Could have
else?
done that earlier.
I'll ask Usul if he can change into something flying. And that'll basically be my turn.
All right, so I need you to now roll me a dex save to see if you can possibly land standing up as opposed to falling and rolling down in this this netting here. Yeah, not a disadvantage because you're slow falling. Holy shit, you freaking Matrix Reloaded motherfucker. Okay, so somehow you do a flip and a spin like, Cirque du Soleil here, and you kind of land on one foot in a little yoga pose. And you're like, come on, Usul, change to a bird. Let's go.
Let's get out of here.
All right,
Look,
Usul.
listen.
See some acrobatic move by Corn coming through, try to punch the guy, and he lands on one foot, just right on one of the little netting ropes, and you hear what he says to you.
Okay, I am going to cast Produce Flame at the net right near me. And as soon as I cast that at the net, I'm going to go ahead and transform into an ogre.
Okay, one second. How close to you are you casting this Produce Flame? Click where you're trying to cast it on the net.
It would be either...
Because
Is there any way to swing?
Hold on, let me make sure I explain this well. So right now you are completely surrounded by net. I mean, you may have like a leg or an arm hanging out part of the netting, but I mean, you are completely encased in it. It's not like it's flat, like a trampoline. I mean, it's actually encased around you. So I'm trying to figure out how you do it right next to yourself. You doing it up higher? Where are you going to cast this?
Is there a way for me to swing onto the ledge?
No. So I'm going to rule you're still too far away from the ledge to even grab it, or right below you is just, like I said, 60 feet down to the snow on the ground.
User in your channel timed out.
Oh,
User entered your channel.
I'm going to cast it right up above me. And as I hit, once that goes off, I'm going to go ahead and transform into an ogre.
Okay, so you're casting at the net above you. So what, 5 feet above you? 10 feet?
I'm going to say like 2 or 3 feet. So that when I transform, if I don't actually rip the net with the spell, I'm going to use my ogre strength to try to rip through it.
Okay, that's fine. So about 3 or 4 feet above you. Go ahead and do that first. All right, so that's the to hit roll. That's at disadvantage, but I just made the DC 15 for that one. So you hit that one, you get 5 fire damage. Let me look at this. All right, so with 5 fire damage, you manage to rip a hole maybe 2 or 3 feet in diameter. Kind of singe about 2 or 3 of the little ropes there.
Okay, and as my bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and transform into an ogre, and that way I'll be ready for the next one.
All right, let me go find your ogre, and I'll go ahead and bring him in here for you. All right, who's drawing the pretty pictures?
That's me. So this is what
User
I'm
in your
picturing this
channel
looks like.
timed out.
So I'm going to move you off and put the ogre in your place, okay?
Roger.
I can't draw very well with this.
Okay, Kiro, just forget that.
But does that make sense? What I'm seeing?
Is that supposed to be the 3 people in there?
I thought it was one big. I thought that was one big net. There's O on the right that's all messed up is Usul, Korn next to him, Indon on the left, and then at each of these little points is a guy pulling up the net.
Right.
I thought it was one big
But
net.
as these guys are going up, they're getting closer together. So I mean, this point right here is technically like right here now. And this guy
Gotcha.
right here is now technically right here. So sorry, right there. So technically, this whole net thing is.
They're closing the net as they go
Yeah,
up.
the net's probably about as big as that little circle is right there. when it gets to its biggest point. That's about how the net is, because it's enclosing around them as
So that's
they go
how
up.
it started.
Right. I mean, each of the gargoyles are probably about, well, you can see right there, maybe 5-10 feet away from each other as they're going up.
Okay. But that's how it started, and well, Korn wasn't on there obviously, but yeah. All right, how do I erase my little artwork?
Don't worry about it. I'll do it after the encounter. Anything else, Usul? That's it, right?
That's all I got for that turn.
Corn, so you see Usul slowly change into this giant ogre after you singe as part of the netting. Trigby, you see the same thing. You're still falling. You see this giant ogre kind of transforming into stuff as well. Kriel's still standing below them with his arms out open. I got you.
With the ogre above him, yeah.
All right, Indon. All right, so he rolled down away from where he cut the parts out here. He's down now here at the bottom of this, kind of above Indon there a little bit. The weight or the shift of the net kind of shifts over towards the ogre a little bit. So each of the ogres kind of struggle a little bit with the weight, but each of the gargoyles, but they still continue to make their way up. And Indon is going to try again. He sees Kira below him about 60 feet. He's going to try to cut his way out. Let's see what I roll. Ooh. He takes out his dagger. Oh, shit. He rolled a 1. You see him pull out his dagger as he's trying to cut away the netting there, and he loses his grip of his dagger, and it falls to the ground. So, Kira, you see a little something chivalry speck kind of falling down towards you at this point. And the bad guys are up. All right, another 60 feet up. So all the guys on the outside, I'm going to move them a little bit closer together. Actually, I'm going to move them closer, and I'm going to move them out here. Tell you what, I'll use Kiro's nice little drawing here.
Yeah, nice drawing.
So you guys can see all the ones that are out there.
We're kind of cramped for space, so I was trying to get an idea what it looked like.
Yeah, this may help you out a little bit. I'm also going to move the guys that are in the net. Again, he's about 100 feet below them, those guys. I see Corn's in there as well. Holy shit, this is going to be a tight, cramped space, especially with a freaking ogre in there. Trigby's in here somewhere. Right there. And then who else is in there? Indon. Let's put him right in there. All right, so you guys are all getting all cozy inside that. I'm not sure if that helped or if that made it worse. But that's how close you guys are. I'll leave the rest of you guys below here. Kira, you're below the net. Just envision this thing above you guys.
Yep.
I'm going to leave this guy on the outside. He was attacking Indon. Leave these guys a little bit farther out. These guys were attacking Usul, a.k.a. now the ogre. Oop, not Kiriel. You're not attacking the ogre. You're waiting for the ogre to fall on you. And a dagger stab you in the eye. All right, bad guys are up. Everyone in the net goes up 60 more feet. So now, what I said before, they were 100 plus 60, 160. They're 220 feet. Those guys are. The net moves up another 60 feet, and these guys will continue to pound on the ones they originally attacked. So the first one's going to...
The extra weight doesn't slow them down?
Of the ogre? No, there's still 6 of them. They're not phased by that. They got some pretty good strength scores up here. All right, first one's going to be an Indon. See another boulder come crashing down at him. Actually, he got more targets in here now, doesn't he? You know what? He's going to pick on Indon because he's right next to him. Oh, shit. It's that with advantage. 21 points of damage on Indon. If I can get to his freaking... All right, you guys all hear Indon kind of cry out as this boulder's kind of bashing him square up against the head. A little bit of blood starts to trickle down and get on those around him. And then there's 2 more. They're going to start hitting on the giant ogre. Again, I'm running both of these with advantage because you guys are in the netting. So I'm assuming both of those hit. Is that correct, Usul?
11 AC, so yeah.
So 26 points of bludgeoning damage as they continue to pound you, the ogre, with these boulders in their hands. All right, Trigby, See all this commotion and blood splattering all over the place, all around you? What would you like to do here? Oh yeah, you're falling. You're falling down. So what would you like to do as you're falling? Did we lose Trigby?
Yeah, he
Sin.
he dropped out a while ago and he hasn't come back in. I don't
He
know what
dropped,
happened.
reconnected, and then... Yeah, dropped, connection lost, connected, then dropped again.
All right, so we'll come back to him whenever he comes back. We'll put him back in the order there.
Wait, is he still in the game for text?
Oh yeah, he's still in there for text.
Well, it might be hasn't refreshed in yet.
No, doesn't look like it.
All right, well that's a good segue. Hold on one second. I'm going to add something else here. Another wrinkle.
Not that.
Anything but that.
Are we above the cavern yet?
You
They're
go.
pulling
It's
you-
200 feet up.
They're
I
going to
think.
start pulling you out away from the cavern, up open the open field off to the north. They're literally kind of close to where Kirill drew that thing in there.
Well, that's kind of lame.
Okay, lame for you, not for the gargoyles.
Yeah, lame for all of us.
They're gonna take you somewhere and drop you. They're all gonna splat.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Oh Jesus! What the hell's going on?
I said another little wrinkle. Not done yet.
Well, there's two that say info.
Disregard those. You didn't see those. All right, so I'm going to rule that you guys up in the net, well, you may or may not see it, but regardless, Baron, you still there?
Still smoking his pipe?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
All right, so you guys would have noticed off in the distance a lot of screaming, and you see this giant something flying through the air with a bunch of writhing something inside the net. So you guys come running up here as well. Go ahead and roll me initiative, Baron, and I'm going to use that for your entire little group there.
That was amazing.
What'd you get? I didn't see it.
Got a 6.
Did you click on your token first?
No, I didn't.
I'll take care of it.
Dumb. Yeah.
All right, there you go. Everyone sees Baron in the order there.
Yep.
Yeah, got him.
All right, so Kirill, you're going to notice that this net is slowly kind of making its way out into the opening here. So I'm assuming you're going to stay right underneath it wherever it is. But we'll get to your little stuff dropping on you here in just a second. All right.
I got a nice little text box in there already.
All right, so we'll come back to Trigby if and when he comes back. Okay, Kirill, what are you doing here? Dodge this side. All right. So I'll go ahead and roll that. I'm not going to make you roll for that. You see the little dagger coming, you kind of step out of the way, it sinks itself into the snow. All you see is the hilt of it in the snow beside you. Now what would you like to do? These guys, what I say, 220 feet for the guys up above. The other guys are 120 feet above.
Gonna move more under. Let's just say I'm not gonna move my character there because
That's
there's no room. But I'm gonna be more under Indon and Korn as opposed to the ogre.
At this point, they're all kind of clumped together in one big group. So you can try to say you're getting ready to just end on, but you're pretty much under the whole group because they're all kind of touching each other and stuck around each other.
Well, I'm gonna be on the side that Indon would most likely be on
User
if
joined your
the
channel.
net fell. Oh,
Okay, that's fine. I'll rule that
Oh,
you're
that's Eve.
pretty much underneath Indon somewhere.
I'm assuming like if they're all pressed up together, that like you know how you see people tied up on a stake. There's one on either side of the stake.
Right.
So I'd be on the side that Indon's on against the ogre's body.
Right. You're trying to stay underneath Indon.
Hey,
That's
guys.
what I'm getting. Hey, Eves. Okay, Eves. We'll get you. Go ahead and roll initiative, Eves, and I'll figure out how I bring you back into the story here.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sorry. I did say I was going to be late. Sorry, I
You
know
did.
it was kind of
That's
last
fine.
minute,
Yeah.
but...
Go and roll
Everything's
initiative.
going to shit.
Yeah,
okay,
we're
I'm
fucked.
getting in... Oh, we have a full party tonight.
All right, Kirill. So what else you doing besides trying to get underneath Kirill? Anything?
Underneath Indon.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Indon. Sorry.
Do I notice those other 4 gentlemen up there? I'd say.
Definitely. Yeah, you see
If
4 little dwarves kind of running up towards you guys with their weapons drawn, pointing up in the sky.
I'm just gonna yell at them, friend or foe.
Baron, that's your call. One free action to say something.
Friend.
That's your action, Kirill?
There's not much else I can do, honestly.
Okay. All right, Corn.
I mean, I could throw a dwarf.
Okay, sorry for interrupting, but what's happened? Like, can someone give me a recap of what happened?
Have you
so
rolled
far?
initiative yet, Eves?
I will do so in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oof.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right, so let me go through the order here, and then when we get to your character, I'll stop and do a little where we're at so far. Okay?
Okay.
All right, Corn. You guys are all crunched together. You're somehow magically standing on top of one little section of it and able to keep all these guys off of you. So what would you like to do here?
I don't even know. I asked Indon if we should try and kill one of the ones that's carrying the net. Maybe they'll have to start lowering us down, but they could drop us at that point, which is what I'm afraid of.
Okay, there's going to be some very short, quick little answers here. Indon's going to kind of
Yeah, so
look up.
basically I'm just like,
Look up.
should I attack this one?
Indon's going to look up at 6 of them, looks back at you, and you see him kind of trying to reach for his other dagger like he's trying to cut himself out. He didn't really give you an answer.
Alright, I'll go for it. I'm gonna attack this one right here.
Yeah, that's,
Or,
yeah, that's
I don't know, whichever one's carrying net. This
the
one,
red
I
ones
guess.
are the ones that are outside the net, bashing on. They were on the ogre and Indon. The other 6 are carrying the net, and they're
So I'll go
roughly.
for this guy.
But you're at the bottom of the net. Again, this net is about 100 feet down, so they're a good, I'll say, 80 feet above from where you're tangled up or sitting on the bottom of the net.
Alright, I guess I won't do that then. I'll attack the one, this one. This one right here.
Okay, I'll rule you're close enough to hit that one. That's the one that's attacking the ogre. And you're still attacking through the net, so I'm going to tell you what, I'll let you roll not at disadvantage or advantage, just a regular hit, since you're all Matrix Reloaded dominating, and you're freaking 28 and 25 anyway.
I'm actually going to try and do a stunning blow on this attack. Or a stunning strike, so he has to do a Constitution save at DC. DC 14, so he passes, unfortunately.
These guys are made of stone, so you reach out and kind of give this little stunning fist move, and you slam right into his chest, and you see him kind of reel back a little bit, bits and pieces of stone kind of fall off his chest. He looks down at it and looks back up at you with his stone cold eyes. Doesn't seem to affect him like you thought it would.
Alright, I'll just attack 2 more times then.
You suck. You know that?
Sorry.
No, I'm just joking, man.
I do have like a plus 9 on that, so...
Okay. All right, that hits him again. That's not a stunning strike, right? That's just a regular strike. Correct?
Yeah, both of those are just regular.
You see more pieces of the rock and stone kind of falling and shattering out, but he's still standing there flapping his wings. Anything else?
No. I will just sit here and shiver at the amount of height that we've gone up since we first teleported up even.
Alright, Usul the Ogre. You got a burnt spot.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll since you grew. That burnt spot, which you singed, is now right at your face. No longer 3 or 4 feet above you. It's right at your face. You see Corn somehow standing next to you, not tangled up in all the netting, everybody else, and hitting some strikes. Everyone else is kind of all bunched together at the bottom of this net along with you.
Okay. Do I have access to those boulders that they were hurling?
No, they got little boulders actually holding in their hand. They're not really throwing them. I know the thing says hurl. They do that as well, but these guys are flying right next to you and just bashing you with boulders in their hands.
Okay, fair enough. I'm going to go ahead and rip that net open a little bit more so I can get my arms out there and I'll be ready for them when, if they come at me again.
Okay, so I'm going to roll. You can stick like one arm through that hole. So that's what you're doing. You're going to stick one arm right there and kind of ready and attack if they come near you. Is that right?
No, I was going to try to rip the net open a little bit more and then stick my arm out of it so I can kind of get my upper body out.
Okay, so if you want to try to rip the net open, that's going to be your action. You know, you can still you just won't get any kind of ready action after that. Does that make sense?
Okay, yep.
All right, so roll me a strength check. All right, so with that, you're able to kind of grab the 2 singed parts and you start ripping it out. Let's see, you just barely bit that. So, but still, you're an ogre. I'll rule that you ripped another 3 or 4 feet out of that. So now there's like about a 6 foot, 5 to 6 foot tall rip right in front of you.
Okay.
So that's about half your size, just so we're all on the same page here.
Yeah. And that's all I got. I only have 1 attack, though.
All right, Baron, this is your introduction here. See these guys being pulled up in this net. You've seen these stone type of creatures before, and you guys have been kind of keeping your distance from them. What would you like to do here? This is your party. If you had already explained this is you guys. You were camping nearby, and you heard them kind of screaming and hollering.
Well, these gargoyles are like 220 feet up above us, aren't they?
The ones that are
pretty far up.
Yeah, the ones that are carrying that are 220 feet. The 3 that are below that are bashing on them are about 120 feet up from you right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess the only thing I really can do. Can I see that they're like trying to get out of the net, like ripping it open and burning it and all this?
Yeah, that's pretty obvious. You see them struggling and trying to get out, and you got to believe you've seen these gargoyles before carry off other creatures. You haven't seen them carry off any people up to this point, but you know this is a common practice, and kind of net something up and then carry it off.
Okay. It's a long shot, but I'm assuming my companions also have ranged weapons.
Let me check the guys real quick. You're dwarves, so you're not really range stuff. Let me check them real quick. One guy has a hand axe, has a couple of them, so he can throw those.
What, no crossbows?
No way you can throw it that far.
The other guy is carrying a mace. And the other guy is carrying a warhammer. So you're dwarves. You don't shoot stuff.
Well, I do with my inherited horn bow, so I guess I'll take a couple shots at one of the ones that are attacking them. That's about all I can do.
All right, so before you do this, I'm going to rule this. If you roll a 1 on your attack, you run the risk of, I'm saying you will hit one of the good guys. Because they're all conglomerated real close to tight each other. So unless you move to a different position where you kind of have a clear shot of one of them, and by that you'd have to probably move another 20, 30 feet, like almost right underneath the net to get a clear shot just at one of those and not one of the people in it. All right, that's fine. Now the 3 dots, I mean, they're not really there. They're actually right next to it. I had to keep them spread out so you can see that. I guess I should have done like a side view of this. It'd been better, but oh well. So just tell me which one you're trying to shoot at, and then we'll go from there.
I'd like to shoot the one right next to me, like on just to my right. It's the one that's holding a corner of the net, or part of it.
Okay, the one closest to you, right? Okay, go ahead. Let's see it. 15 is this AC. Oh, look at you! You guys see this dwarf coming up, and uncharacteristically, you see it's a longbow, right, Baron?
Says longbow.
Yes, it's a longbow.
So it's a longbow, even at that, not a short bow, a longbow. So he kind of holds the bow sideways because the bow is taller than what he is, and you see him take aim at this gargoyle.
Well, it's not. It's made of horn, so it has more power, but it's shorter.
Oh, okay,
So
all right, that's fine. I'm just envisioning this dwarf, this giant longbow, and shooting it sideways like gangster style. So you see this strange-looking bow on this guy, and he pulls back, and he hits this thing square, like right in the neck of his thing. You see a big chunk of its neck get kind of blown out. 22 points of piercing damage. Again, 120 feet. That's within the normal range of a bow, right? I think it's 150 feet for normal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys who can see this, you'll see this little dwarf come up and just shatter like one whole side of this gargoyle's neck. Well, I guess Usul, you definitely see. This is one of the ones that have been beating on you and Usul. Anything else, Baron?
Well, I have a second attack, so I guess I'll attack again. That's worse.
You got all cocky with that first one. You got a big grin on your face, and you pull back again and lose your second shot, and it goes wide. Doesn't even come close to this gargoyle. It kind of has like a hook to it, almost like goes off and hits the side of the cavern there.
He pulled an Indon.
Yeah. All right, that's it.
Well, I guess I might as well go again. I'll action surge and shoot 2 more arrows.
All right, let's see it. First one goes wide. The second one does hit. Doesn't hit it quite as solid as your first one, obviously, but you see bits and pieces of rock kind of fly out as it sinks into its lower leg.
I just realized these guys don't have HP bars.
I may have them hidden. That one is, in D&D terms, is bloodied. Actually, this one and this one are bloodied. In case you guys don't remember what that means, they're less than 50% hit points.
Yep.
All right, so that's your action, right, Baron?
Yep, that's my action all done.
All right, so this guy is the only one that has something he wants to actually throw. He's got a couple hand axes, so he's going to run up here and try to do the same thing with his one hand axe. He's not quite as skilled as you are. The other guys come running up underneath the net, almost like mimicking what Kyriel's doing, like they're going to try to catch something. Okay, let's see what this guy does. That guy is Riber. Oh, shit, look at that. Oh, wait a minute, it's a hand axe. What's the range on that? No, it doesn't matter. It's more...
It's long range, is 60 feet.
Yeah, all right, so he missed that one badly as well. You see him run up with his hand axe, and he flings it up towards the gargoyle. it's going right towards him, but then it kind of loses the momentum and it stops and it falls back down to the snow below the gargoyle, right next to his friend over here, Fuha. All right, Eves, so let's get you up to speed. We'll backtrack here. So you guys left the cavern. You're being rushed out because Endon saw a bunch of basilisks coming from the south. Oh, yeah, the basilisks. Okay, anyway, so the basilisks were kind of coming up. No one could see them except for Endon. You guys made your way through here. Khorne scouted out ahead, didn't see anything. Khorne got to the other side of this trap. 3 others got inside of it. And then this giant, basically trap of a net sprung up out of the snow, and there's these stone gargoyles that are kind of flying up in the air, carrying off who else in there right now. So technically, Usul and Trigby teleported up there, and they're now in the net as well. So we got, Khorne and Trigby did.
Wait, sorry for interrupting. So after the Basilisk Cave, what happened? What happened exactly? We took a rest?
We're still in there.
No rest. Everyone's got full health. I don't know how that happened. So Merry Christmas. I'm not going to go back and try to look at the video and figure out what happened there. So Merry Christmas. You guys have full health. So no long rest. Because when you guys got out, if you remember, Endon saw something coming from south of the cavern. And he eventually saw that it would look like more basilisks coming that way. So you guys all headed out through this little passageway to the north. You're with us on the map here, right? You see where we are? Eves?
Yeah, he's just south of me.
Yeah.
All right, so basically, first only 2 of them got taken up in the net, but then Khorne and Trigby teleported up there and fell into the net. Usul was changed into an ogre.
What's the net, though?
Kira kind of do this little green thing. So if you can imagine, the 3 that got red dots on them, they're on the outside of the net, and they've been bashing on the ogre and Endon up to this point. The other 6 that don't have red dots are carrying the net up in the air. So right now, these ones without the red dots are 220 feet in the air. This net is draping down about 100 feet, and the rest of the party is about 120 feet in the air, trapped inside this net. The ogre, Usul, actually burned a small part of the net. They changed it to ogre. The ogre ripped about a 5-foot section right in front of him. Endon cut one part of the net, but it was up higher. He's now since kind of sunk down in this big conglomeration of limbs and bodies at the bottom of the net. And he dropped one dagger trying to cut his way out, and Khorne is in there somehow not tangled up and bashing on things. And Kirill is standing below the net, kind of waiting to catch something. Kirill, you're the only one that's not in the net?
I am the only one that's not. Well, Eves and Baron, yeah, but no, I'm the only one that's not in the net, and I'm the only one that's completely useless from the ground.
All right, Eves.
Huh.
So I'm gonna rule that you weren't in the net. You're standing here next to Kirill at this point. Any other questions before we say it's your turn?
Okay. How much time has passed since Basilisk Cave?
It's like 20 minutes.
No, this battle has been over 20 minutes. This is maybe 5 or 10 minutes at this point. Because remember, each
No, since we walked up here and everything though. Probably less than that. Yeah,
it's probably still more like maybe 10, maybe 15 minutes at the tops. I'm saying more like 5 or 10 minutes at this point. All right, Eves.
All right.
So it's your turn.
All right. Well,
one more thing.
let's.
Hold on, Eves. Since I don't think I have the HP bar turned on for you guys, so just so you know, this one right here and this one right here have both been damaged pretty good. They're both less than 50%. From what you can tell, they're bloodied basically, if there is a thing for stone golems. This guy over here hasn't been hit. And correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Now the ones carrying the net have been hit as well.
Has Eves done? Has he been staying out of? Has he been hiding, or is he? Hidden?
We said you went ahead to scout. I think is what we originally said, wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
Right, but I wasn't playing you. I wasn't playing you at all, Eves. You're out. So when you showed up, that's fine. You can role play however you want. That you were kind of hiding, biding your time, or if you're underneath the Kiro trying to catch things, or just too freaked out to do anything. But now it's your turn to do something.
All right, I would say that Eves would have went out scouting ahead and probably got caught up, just going a little bit forward. Realized that the party wasn't catching up with him, and he joined back. He backtracked and found this mess.
Okay, we'll roll that because Khorne volunteered to go out in front. I'll roll that you went out in front with him. The out of character, the gargoyles are waiting until they had the most amount of people inside the net before they pulled it. That's why Corn wasn't in it, because he was out in front. The rest of the group, as they followed up, got pulled up into it. And then 2 more joined in, just for the heck of it.
Okay.
You know, he had the spell. We gotta do it, right?
Right.
Alright. So, these gargoyles are on ground level?
No. The red gargoyles are, 120 feet up? Because they're the ones bashing on the ones inside the net. They're outside the net bashing on the guys inside. The other 6 are 220 feet up, and they're carrying the net. Off. They've gone up about 60 feet every single round.
Goddamn. Well, in this case, Yves is gonna... Wait, what is... Like, what kind of creature is on the ground, aside from us?
You, me, and the dwarves. That's it. Everything else is in the air.
Oh, yeah, that part you saw.
Creatures.
These 4 dwarves just come running up, pointing in the sky, and one of the dwarves put a pretty good hit on one of the gargoyles with a bow and arrow. Another one threw an axe, but couldn't get it high enough to even touch the thing. The other 2 are standing there, kind of holding their arms out, mimicking Curiel, like they're trying to catch somebody if they happen to get out.
Huh, okay.
They did announce it as friends, too.
So they're 120 feet up in the air?
Correct. That's the bottom of the net, is 120 feet up in the air. The top of the net where the 6 gargoyles are carrying them is 220 feet in the air.
Goddamn. Alright, well, this is going to be a long shot, but...
Yeah,
Yves
we're in a bit of a sticky situation.
Yves is going to just go right underneath, and he is going to take out a rope and swing it directly up above in the hopes that someone would grab it.
You're going to try to throw a rope 120 feet?
Yeah, why not?
No, I'm going to rule it.
Does it have a monkey fist?
You can't throw that thing that far. I'm going to rule that's the same as like trying to throw a normal melee weapon that far as far as distance.
I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, Brian.
I'm sorry, what?
That's a rope. That's a rope. That'd be like trying to throw a spaghetti string into the air.
Right.
Huh. Well, okay, I'm gonna say that if I crit, then it makes it. It makes the 120 feet.
Nope. I'm sorry. If you're just throwing a rope, that's not possible. Now, out of character, if you tied your rope to something that you could actually shoot that far, hint, hint, that might actually work.
Like an arrow.
The only problem with that is that will take your action to attach that rope to some kind of a projectile like that.
Okay, where's it? Indon's in the thing, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah, everyone's in there except for Curiel and all the dwarves.
Okay, who has a crossbow or a bow?
You did just see Ben shoot a longbow at the gargoyles, so...
Correct.
Sorry, what?
One of the dwarves.
The dwarf shot a longbow.
This dwarf right here.
And who's the dwarf? Dwarf, okay.
Baron. Well, you don't know his name yet, but
Alrighty.
one of the dwarves.
I will go to the dwarf with the bow. And I will tell him to attach this rope to an arrow and to shoot it towards the group that's currently suspended in the air.
Okay, he's going to.
That's my action.
He's going to have the same limitation as you are. He can only do one action to attach the rope.
Can I just toss him an arrow that I'm
Well,
throwing
I will
for my next
attach
shot?
it.
It can't be a whole lot of
I
talk
can
here, guys.
attach it.
This is 6 seconds. That's what your turn is, 6 seconds. So if you think you can talk that much in 6 seconds, you must be one of the guys that talk, a million words a minute. So he ran over towards him, and he told him to tie this rope onto an arrow. That's what I heard.
All right. Yeah, that's my action. I guess that's my action.
All right. Indon sees he's 120 feet up, He sees a bunch of dwarves below him holding out their hands, and Curiel holding out his hands. He's like, oh, what the hell? Okay, let me roll again. Shit. Okay, I'm not gonna roll again. He's at disadvantage. Okay, so he seems like he finds another dagger and he starts cutting away, and he can't even get through one little section of the rope in 6 seconds. He's just fumbling badly with this little dagger. He's getting squished up against an ogre, another dwarf, and he's all confused here. Usul, you'll find out in a little bit just how much these guys can carry.
All right.
All right, bad guys are up again. All right, so this guy, well, he got hit by something. Who did he get hit by? He didn't get hit by the bow and arrow. He got hit by Corn, right?
Maybe.
So he's right next to you. I got a big rip in the. Here, I'm gonna roll. Even he stays there and attacks. Odd he goes for someone that's not beating him up so bad. He rolled even, so he's staying there. Okay, so the ogre's in the big opening where he can reach in and try to get Usul. He's going to try to hit the ogre. Try to bash him in the head again. For 8 points of damage. One on the other side over here. He's going to, well, they're going to stick on one until he's out. So he's going to hit on that ogre as well. Again, at advantage, it's on the other side there. So that hits 14 points of bludgeoning damage. Is that freaking ogre out yet?
Nope, but he's definitely hurt.
Okay, the other guy was beating on Indon. He's going to continue to do it because he sees Indon over here trying to cut his way out. Oh, wow, he took a shot from that dwarf down there, but there's too many freaking people down there. Okay, he's going to try to hit Indon again. Oh, shit. So he rears back at this boulder and just bashes Indon right in the freaking head. Okay, got to find his icon in here somewhere. You guys see Indon take another massive blow to the head. You see part of one of his ears kind of just hanging off by a piece of skin here a little bit as he gets reared back inside this hodgepodge of arms and legs and limbs and everything inside here. Still maintains his grip on his dagger, but he's looking pretty bad, guys. And the rest of the guys fly up another 60 feet. So now they're 280 feet up. And the rest of the group, see, they were, well, they're 100 feet down. So now they're 180 feet up. Trigby.
No Trigby. He was supposed to be falling in last turn, but he's not here.
All right, so hopefully he's not even in game anymore, is he?
He's gone.
All right.
What?
All right, so Curiel.
Well, let's see. Curiel's still underneath, hanging out, trying not to get hit by, I don't know, are those rocks falling or they're holding on to those boulders? It says hurl boulder.
Yeah, they're holding on to him.
Okay, so I'm not dodging rocks or anything. I'm just kind of hanging out underneath. Like, there's really not much a paladin can do.
The Indon hasn't dropped any more knives at you.
Yeah, I know. Actually, when he pulled out the last one, I actually typed something up, but then I erased it because he never dropped it.
All right, so moving on.
Yeah, I'm still just a ready action. That's all I got.
All right, Corn. What are you going to do here?
Cry. I'll cut away at the rope. I'm like, I'm getting out of here. See you guys. So I'll whip out my short sword, which I haven't touched in like 5,000 years or however long I've been alive. We'll say I haven't touched it in 25 years.
You gonna try to cut your way out?
And yeah, I don't even have a sheet for this thing. Or I mean a roll for it. We'll just use this one.
Right, so it was just a DC of 10 since you're in there, but it's at disadvantage. But still, you managed to cut that out. And you managed to cut probably about a 4-foot section with that. You could probably squeeze through it if you wanted to, but you can't quite fall out yet.
Yeah, I'll squeeze through.
Okay, you're gonna squeeze through. Give me a deck save. It'd be a real low DC. Just see if you can fit through there without getting tangled up again. All right, so you slip on out the hole and you start falling. Oh, slow falling, right? That's a constant thing with you freaking Matrix Reloaded monks.
Yes.
Yeah, so go ahead and move yourself kind of outside here a little bit. I know you're right next to the thing, but you look below and you see Endon and Dwarves holding their hands out. Oh, here comes one.
I'm just like waving goodbye to the other ones in the net still.
Damn, that's pretty cold, Goran. All right, Usul the Ogre. What are you going to do?
Okay. Are there any gargoyles near me?
Yeah, this one right here is still right outside your hole. Right outside your hole. He's about to rape you. And this one's on the back side of you.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and try to... I'm sorry, I was going to try to grab that one that I clicked on. Maybe try to punch him.
Yeah, you're within striking distance of him. I just got him out there so it's not such a big conglomerated mess inside there.
All right. What kind of roll you want for that?
Whatever his normal melee roll is, right? What's his normal melee roll?
I got great club and javelin.
That's going to be melee anyway, so go ahead and roll your, I guess your great club. Just the damage would be slightly less. What is the great club damage? Yeah, that's what I thought. 2d8. I'm going to rule it's going to be half of that, 1d8, because you got a big giant fist. You okay with that?
Okay.
And defenders win tie. So you seem to slam into a section of him as he's flying through there, and he seems kind of partially deflected as it swings by him. And you don't seem to do as much damage as you thought you were going to.
I'm punching a rock. I didn't expect to do much.
Anything else, Usul?
That's pretty much all I got.
Okay, what I say? You guys are 160 feet off the ground. Is that what I said?
No, they went up another 60.
No.
180 it would be. But...
Yeah, the ones at the top went to 280. The ones below are 180. Right? Okay, 180. All right, Baron. You see this elf kind of cut its way out and hops out of the net. And you see it slowly kind of fall down. You see a giant ogre hand kind of swing outside this net and try to hit one of these flying things, but doesn't seem to be doing much damage. You see the other ones kind of continue to bash at these things inside the net. What would you like to do? Did we lose Baron?
Are there any trees around us?
No, this is a big open field.
We're in a cave.
Nope, you're in a cavern. This is open area now.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, okay, so that wouldn't... Well, I guess I tie the rope to an arrow and see... that's my action right there, isn't it?
Correct. Now, out of
So
character,
that'll be ready for the next
you can
round.
hand that to somebody else. They won't have the proficiency you probably have to shoot with a bow. But that's your call.
Okay, I'll give it to...
Give it to me!
Is it Yves or Eves or...
You don't know his name. All you know,
Give it to me!
Yeah, the elf. I'll give it to that guy.
yeah, you know he's a human. Although I think he keeps tight robes on himself, so he may not be able to tell.
Human.
Yeah.
He's human then.
You smell a human.
I'll just hand it over to
The
him.
guy next to you. The guy next
Yeah.
to you, that's who you mean, right?
That one. That guy.
Okay.
All right, Eves, you're up. What do you want to do here?
Alright. So I have a bow and arrow tied to my rope now, right?
You have a bow, right? You used your bow, or did you use Baron's?
Well, I'm assuming Baron gave me his bow
Okay, I'm gonna roll you.
with the
Yeah, I
arrow
gave him the
tied
whole
to my...
assembly.
Yeah, Baron's got that horn-shaped bow, so I'm gonna roll. You're not proficient with that.
No, I'm not proficient with it. So like, do I just? I guess I would just roll a die 20 then to shoot to shoot not at someone, but hopefully to shoot past someone, and that they would grab the rope.
Okay, so
120 feet in the
make
air.
sure I'm clear on this. You're shooting it and hoping that somebody grabs it, or are you shooting to try to get it inside the net somehow? What are you doing?
Somebody's
Okay,
getting shot.
so
What's gonna
what I'm
happen?
gonna do? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to shoot like through the heads of everyone that's in the net thing. I'm gonna try to get the arrow in the net,
In
if
their
that
heads?
makes sense, so that someone can grab it.
You gonna shoot someone in the head?
Not at their heads. No, not in their
That's
heads.
what you said.
Hopefully not. So since I'm not proficient with bows, I would just add my dexterity then, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And it's beyond 150 feet, so it's going to be at disadvantage.
All right, makes sense. All right, what's my dexterity? Ooh, my dexterity is pretty good. All right, this may not be too bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. All right, so you shoot the,
Yeah, it
you
was
pull
pretty
back
bad.
this arrow and you kind of miscalculate the extra weight that the rope has on it, and you think you fired high enough, but your arrow falls completely short of the entire net and falls back into the ground.
Damn it.
Okay, that's your turn, right?
That would be my action.
All right, Endon, he sees he's further up in the sky. He looks down at the ground below him. Everyone's standing with their arms open, looks up at these giant stone creatures, and he keeps cutting away in this little spot. See if he can cut the damn thing. Holy shit, he is rolling like crap. All right, you see him just cut away, and he gets like one little section done. So he's got like maybe a 2x2 section there. And that's all he's got.
I'm hollering, go through the hole I cut.
You see him, his head twist around at the last second, and you see him kind of slap his forehead a little bit. It's like, damn it. All right, bad guys. This poor guy is going to try to put Endon out of his misery before he finds your hole. Damn, they're rolling real good with him. At least he get a crit that time. See Endon get bashed again. This time it was avoid his head, but he slams right into his shoulder. You hear a little bit of crunch. Those are right next to him a little bit, and he whimpers a little bit, but still has the dagger in his hand. And the next two are going to continue the same thing. They don't like this freaking ogre in here. They're going to keep bashing at him. And 15 and 16. Both those hit.
Yeah, that first one did me in.
All right, so at that, you switch back to Usul, correct? And we talked about if you lose all your hit points in wild shape form, you lose a quarter of your hit points, correct? Is that what we talked about?
Correct.
And I'm going to move the ogre out of the way. All right, so those three do that. The rest of them all fly another 60 feet in the air. So they were 280. Now they're 340 and 240, the ones below in the net still. Trigby. Oh, Trigby's not here. I'm going to take him out of the thing for now.
Yeah,
I guess he didn't like me.
his character's not even showing up on the bottom.
Yeah, I don't know if he just had issues or he doesn't like my playstyle, but whatever. Move on. Kirill.
Kirill is gonna, well, they're really too high to catch now, honestly. Even if they fall out, like, they're just gonna splatter. That's Kirill's opinion, professional opinion, at things falling from the sky.
Do you want a definitive answer?
It'll be
Or are you
fine.
just talking out loud?
This is Kirill's opinion, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna move up here a little bit.
No longer under
Were they still carrying? Yeah, I'm not gonna be directly underneath them, but I'm gonna be at I can't tell where Corn's at. He's slow falling, so I can still catch Corn potentially. Because he's starting to fall, but I don't know what side he's on because I can't make sense of that
If
mess.
you're going to try to catch
Trig,
Corn, move yourself over next to
right,
Corn.
not in.
Oh, is he all the way over there? Oh, that's Azul's green thing in there.
I just moved Corn out there just for clarity's sake. He's technically falling from right in the center of that thing. But I want to move him out.
Yeah, because his slow fall is reduced damage, right?
I believe that's the call, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Trig-
But that's what I'm
Trig
saying.
not in?
So
What's up with Trigby?
He showed up and then either lost connection or he left. I'm not sure. So he's out. For now.
he lost connection, reconnected, lost connection, and then he was completely gone.
Huh.
All right, Kirill. So that's
Yeah, it was
So his
drop
internet
connection.
may have gone to shit or something like that. Don't know.
Yeah, he may be sending me an email, but I can't stop the game to look at that. Kirill, so that's your action. You're going to try to move underneath Corn to try to help break his fall.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Corn, you see Kirill moving underneath you with his arms outstretched, like he's trying to maybe catch you or break your fall. And you were at 160.
I'll try not to go feet first. I don't know how high, roughly.
Yeah, I'll say 160 or 180. I'll just say 160. Let's just call it that. No, it was 180. 180 feet. That's where you were when you came out. And typical gravity is 32 feet per second. So I'm not going to do that math. I'm going to say if you want to fall normal speed, you can do that in this turn. Otherwise, it'll take you 2 turns to slow fall down to the bottom.
I will slow fall.
All right, so you make it halfway down. You're about 80 feet up in the air at this point until your next turn there. I don't suppose anything else you're going to do.
Can you
right?
take actions while he's falling?
That's what I'm asking. What else can you do, or what do you want to do?
I will try and shoot a bow, an arrow, at one of the ones attacking the gang still.
All right, so since you have slow fall,
So that
I'm not
one
going to give you
there.
disadvantage, so go ahead. Which one? I'm sorry, click again. Okay, I'm going to roll the same as before. If you roll a 1, you're going to potentially hit someone else in the net. Yeah, like you'll ever roll a 1. All right, first one hits.
Almost. I got a 4 there.
All right, so your first arrow finds this mark. You almost like hit it right. Then if it was a normal gargoyle, it'd be webbing, but it's still like stone at this point, flapping in the wind. So you hit that and manage to kind of almost shatter it right through. You see cracks going up all along the wing there, but it's still able to hold itself up in the air. And your second shot goes wide.
Alright.
And you're still slowly falling. Usul.
All right. I am back in my regular form, so I am going to cast, I believe, Call Lightning. And of the 6 up above that are holding onto the net, I'm going to go ahead and, how close to them each other are they?
I'd say their wingspans are probably about 20 feet, so we'll say about 20 feet apart from each other.
Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and, one of them up above, I'm going to go ahead and cast lightning and have it try to hit one of them. So my intent is to maybe bring one of those down so that they can't lift as much.
Okay. Let's see it. Okay, so it's going to make a DC 15 deck save. Which one?
Just one of those up above.
Okay. My discretion, or are you going to pick one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, too bad it wasn't an advantage. All right, so it took 11 lightning damage. And a con save to maintain that is going to be half the damage or a DC 10. So here we go. No, I guess I can roll this on the screen. Doesn't matter if I do it in private. look at that, you lucky bastard. Okay, so he loses his grip on there. Let me check. I got to do some quick math here to see if that really makes a difference, because now there's only you and Indon. Because technically Trigby was in there as well, but he's out.
Yeah, I think as an ogre I weighed 1,000 pounds, so I'm not sure that one, losing its grip will really make a difference. But
Yeah, plus with all that people out of it now, no, that's not enough to make it. You will see that this corner up here kind of droops a little bit as he lets go, so you kind of slide a little bit in that direction. But the rest of them are able to maintain the grip on. I'm gonna move this guy out a little bit since he kind of lost grip of the net.
now that was 120 feet of rope, right? That he dropped.
Right, but you got other guys right next to him. Again, they're all bunched up. So this little section kind of fell down. You guys kind of stripped down there, but it's not enough to like dump you guys if that's what you're going for here.
No, I was just hoping to be able to shimmy down the rope maybe, but
Well, you can try that again. That rope is dangling on that side a little bit, but the rest of the guys are kind of keeping it, for the most part, intact. Anything else, Usul?
nope, that's all I got for my turn.
Yeah, you can try to move. I'm going to roll half your movement because it's difficult terrain moving around this net towards that if you want to.
Okay, that's a good idea.
You're kind of like, you're still climbing a little bit because it's, again, normally it's 100 feet. About half of it's kind of drooped down now since he lost it. So it's about 50 feet to get to the top of where that netting is.
All right.
So you can get about 15 feet higher than everybody else by climbing up. Okay? All right, Baron.
Sounds good.
You saw something from inside that net kind of call some lightning from the sky and kind of blast one of them, and it loses his grip on that. You see Corn, this elf guy, kind of keep shooting some of the other ones that were bashing everybody else. What would you like to do?
Well, I don't have my bow right now since I gave that over.
Correct. Now, as an action, you can run up to him and kind of take your bow back, but then you won't get an attack.
Let me try again. I believe I can do it this time.
No. How far away was our camp?
Your camp? I'd say you heard them screaming as soon as they went up. So, again, it was like 2 or 3 minutes to run there. So 2 or 3 minutes, I don't know, maybe 120 feet, 150 feet. Not too far, 200 feet.
But I wouldn't be able to sprint there and back in time to do what I wanted to do. So, sure, try again. I will take the rope off my backpack and tie it to an arrow and hand it over to him.
Okay, so you tie it to another arrow and you hand it to Eves. Okay.
Wait, what?
He took the rope off his backpack and he tied it to another arrow and he handed it to you.
Oh, okay.
So high did I say?
I guess it beats reeling in an arrow and then loading it.
Hold on, I think it was 280.
I don't know. I don't know if
So it's 340.
I don't know if you would rule it as making it an action to reel in an arrow and loading it before shooting it. But
Well, I handed you another arrow with a rope on it.
all right. Yeah, okay,
I think
that
he's saying
works.
if he gets 2 shots.
Okay, so the lowest part of the net is at 240 feet. What's the limit on a longbow? Is it 300 or is it 250?
The absolute limit is 600,
600.
feet.
Okay, all right, so you're still good. You're at disadvantage still.
Okay. I will do it.
Again, you're trying to shoot
I will shoot.
above the guy so they grab it, or above it so it gets tangled up in the net?
So that it gets tangled in the net.
Okay. If you roll a 1, you run the risk of hitting someone in the net.
Yeah, it makes sense.
All right, let's see it. Oh!
Damn it.
Oh my god.
Plus 14? How the hell do you get plus 14?
I think I rolled that wrong. I tried to roll 2 die 20s, but separately, but that doesn't
So
work.
it's a 1
doesn't
plus
work
4
like
and
that.
then that
Okay. All right, so how do I roll this? Okay.
All right, let's do this again.
No, that's it. That's your 1. Your 1 is what you roll. Doesn't matter what else you roll there.
Oh.
All right, so who's in the net? We got Usul.
Oh.
We have
Oh,
Indon
shit.
in there. So, okay, here's what I'm going to do. Even, it's Indon. Odd, it's Usul. And here, I'll do this on the screen so you guys don't think I'm cheating here. Even Indon, odd, Usul. Okay, it's Usul. I do Usul. This is going to be a straight up a dex check at disadvantage because you're still tangled up in a net. I'll make it a DC 10. Okay?
Okay.
At disadvantage. All right, so you got hit by an arrow. Let me just roll a random 1d8 because you're not proficient with it, right?
I'm sorry.
All right, so 5.
I mean, I'm sorry, but Yves is probably just
Now hold on a minute.
Sean Narrow.
Let's roll with this. Okay, so you shoot an arrow. You try to get it over their head. You don't, but you somehow sink it into like Usul's leg. So Usul, you take 5 points of damage, and you now have an arrow sticking out of your leg with a rope tied to it.
The rope is up there now, though.
The rope's tied to the arrow. And the arrow is sunk into Usul's leg. So technically, it's up there.
Wait. Shouldn't I normally roll for the damage? I mean, I don't want to add more to the 5. But
No, let's just.
I feel
let's just
like
roll with
because
it.
I.
Let's just roll with it, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. I've seen the way you roll.
All right, Eve. So you try to shoot. As soon as you let it go, you kind of cringe a little bit because you know it wasn't a good shot, and you see it sink right into Usul's leg.
Well, actually, no. Yves wouldn't. Yves would be a little disappointed that he didn't hit his mark and he didn't get what he wanted, but he wouldn't really feel all that different about hitting someone.
Okay. So you look down, there's this arrow sticking in your leg, and you see Yves on the ground, kind of like, whatever look on his face. At least it's in the net.
He's yawning.
Yep, that's basically his reaction.
All right, Indon looks over at Usul with this big arrow in his leg, and he looks at the opening that's in there, and you see, how high did I say? 180 feet? He looks out the opening at, crawl over there. Yeah, it's like 5-10 feet. He can get over there. And he looks at Quarren, looks over at Usul, and he says, I'm sorry, Usul. And you see him go outside the bag, and he's holding onto that rope that's sunk into your leg.
Oh god!
Oh shit.
So I'm going to roll a dexterity check for him to see if, number one, he holds onto the rope. And as he does that, for every turn he goes down, I'm going to roll a d4 for damage on you, Usul. And you can decide whether or not you want to hold on to that thing in your leg or hold on to it, whatever you want to do. It's your reaction when it gets to your turn, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so where's Indon's sheet? He's over here. DC 10. Oh, yeah, he managed that. Almost like he's holding down with one hand, like he's trying to go down, like he's a professional at this. Let me roll a D4 for what he did to your leg there. So 3 more points of, what do you call that, bludgeoning, ripping damage in your leg as that arrow kind of sinks back, back into his leg. And
slashing damage because it's cutting him up inside.
Exactly, something like that. So I'm gonna roll Indon. Just barely got outside. He's hanging there, just a few feet from Indon's leg. All right, bad guys up. Oh look, Indon's outside now. So I guess that's a good thing. He no longer has advantage on him. This guy was bashing on him. He's gonna run up to Indon and try to hit him. Damn, that guy's rolling good. 5 points of damage. Let me move Indon out here. Where the hell is he? There he is. Put him right here. So this one swoops up, and you see it bash Indon across the back. Oh, yeah, he's got to make a con save to make that. Half the damage of a DC 10. Okay, he manages to hang on barely by one hand. And the other two, seeing Usul has a arrow in his leg, you're going to take advantage of that. We're going to kind of close in on Usul here. Does 14 hit you?
Nope.
All right, so somehow they seem distracted by this little elf kind of hanging from an arrow from a rope stuck in this guy's leg. They're almost like half looking at Indon as they swing away at Usul, and they miss badly both times. Usul would kind of dodge out of the way, miss taking any damage. Kirill, you see all this nonsense going above you, and you now see Indon kind of hanging out as Usul is probably screaming at this point, as all the way that Indon is hanging on this arrow sticking out of his leg.
All right. So who has the rope? Like Eves has the rope, right?
Eves has one end of it, yeah. That's kind of dangling at this point.
Yeah. Reaches the ground though.
Yeah, I'm assuming that rope was at least 300 feet. Is that correct, Baron? It was your rope.
Yeah.
Well, considering how many
Right.
lengths of rope I have, yeah, it was 300 feet.
Okay, yeah, so it's all the way to the ground because they were 180 feet, I think, off the ground.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm in plate. Like this is probably sure. I'm gonna go ahead and move up here and grab on the end of the rope, or like where the part's not the end of the rope, but the part where it starts reaching towards the ground. I'm gonna yell to everyone to grab on and pull.
Oh, shit.
Pull an arrow right out of my leg.
Well, I say, do I have enough time to tell Usul to hold on? Hold on.
Yeah, that's a
Usul,
free action,
hold
that's
on.
fine.
Everyone else pull.
That's good. Yeah, I'll say that's 6 seconds worth. That's fine.
Like, so tell Usul to grab the rope and tell everyone else to grab the rope and we'll pull and see what happens.
All right, Corn. You saw Kirill was below you, like he's going to catch you, and then he runs away at the last second before you hit the ground and goes and grabs a rope, and you hear him yell about everyone hold on and pull the rope. What would you like to do, Corn?
Do I hit the ground yet?
Yeah, on this turn, I'll say if you want to do some kind of action before you hit the ground or do it after, I'll let you make that call. Depending on what you want to do here, obviously.
Okay, this is just out of curiosity. This is slightly out of character. While he's slow falling, does he actually can move around in the air, or is he just falling?
I would probably make him do a dex or an acrobatic check, but knowing him, he'd probably pass it. But for now, I'm just going to assume that he can do that. Slow falling allows him to get agile enough to make a shot off if he wants.
So, out of curiosity, because I know he's moved over right now, he's near the rope. He's under Indon, or where is he actually located? Because this is all kind of hard to figure out.
He's basically dropping right from the center of it because he fell out of a hole right in here. So he's dropping right below Usul, and basically he fell out before Indon got on the rope. So he's already below Indon.
So he's below Indon, next to the rope, and under Usul. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, in hindsight, I should have done the same thing.
I will, that's alright. It is a little bit hard to understand, but lots happening right now.
I tried.
I'll just shoot 2 more arrows at this guy, who's now attacking Indon on a rope. I'm assuming.
Yep. So that he was at 180 feet. Yeah, you're only halfway there, so you're within range. All right, so one of those hits for 11 points of damage. All right, it's your call, Corn. You find your mark with the first one. You kind of pierce it right in its back, You see it kind of pause for a second, and like the last second it looks back at you, then it falls to the ground and splats and shatters into 1,000 little rock pieces. Care to describe that any other way?
No, I think that was pretty much good description.
Anything else, Corn? Oh yeah, now you fall. So what is your slow movement? It halves the damage of a fall. Is that correct?
It reduces it by
decreases
5
it
times
by,
his level.
Yeah, the flat amount of 40 damage.
A flat amount of 40 is the maximum you can take.
That's the amount I maximum reduce it by.
Okay, so it's
Or that's the amount I reduce it by total.
okay. So I'm gonna go off memory here. I think it's 1d. I guess 1d6 for every 10 feet that you fall.
Yeah, that's what it is. To a maximum of 20d6.
Okay, so
Sounds right to
it would have
me.
been 18d6, but you said you reduce it by 40, correct? Is that how that works?
Well, yeah, you just roll the damage and then I just reduce that amount. So if you do 18d6, I'll reduce 40 from that, whatever the outcome is. So 25.
That's a shitload of dice.
Yeah, that would have killed me if I hadn't had slow fall.
All right, so you managed to somehow slow yourself down. You still hit the ground pretty hard, and snow and everything goes splattering out all around you. Oh yeah, the dwarves were over there trying to catch you, weren't they? They were standing over there below you. So let's see. How do I want to roll this? I'll roll one of them was trying to catch you, and this guy threw his axe, so he's still looking up. The one next to you, Fuha, he tried catching you. And let's see. How do I want to roll this? I'm going to roll a D10. That's all I'm going to do. And that is the amount of damage he takes. It's also the amount that yours is reduced by. You okay with that?
Sounds good to me. Nice.
All right, so you manage to he doesn't really stop your fall. It's more like you just kind of fall and slam into his arms, and you knock his arm back and kind of bruise him a little bit. You hear him kind of grunt something in Dwarvish or something, but I'm not sure what exactly he said. Oh, roll me a dex save to see if you land prone or not.
As I fall into his arms, and it's like, thank you. You're a true warrior.
Yeah, don't really fall into his arm. More like you kind of slap his arm as he goes down to the ground. Oh yeah, of course. Matrix motherfucker. You land on your feet as well, just like a freaking cat. Alright, Usul. Looks like you're the last one in there. You heard what Kirill said as he grabbed a hold of the rope that Indon's now hanging on and kind of ripping through your thigh muscle.
All right, so an ogre at 1,000 pounds versus a human in plate mail. So I'm gonna go ahead and set off my lightning again, and another one of the guys up above, and then I'm gonna try to tie that rope off and get it out of my leg.
Okay, so is this call lighting an action or a bonus action?
It's a bonus action.
Okay, so you're going to do that first, and then you're going to try to do what? You're going to try to remove the arrow from your leg? Or you're going to...
It's more important to tie the rope off than to actually remove the arrow.
All right, so you're going to try to tie the rope. It's still in your leg. You're not taking the arrow. You're going to tie the rope to the net. Try to, correct?
Right, to relieve the pressure of anybody yanking on it.
Okay. All right, do your call lightning first and point out to which one you're going to try to strike.
It's going to be another one of those up above. Really doesn't matter. It's I can hit a different one than I.
It's up to you. Maybe you pick or I'll randomly pick.
Go ahead and random, please.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it. This guy.
And I'm rolling it here. I think it's know what it's waiting on here. There we go.
Is this something where it's half damage on a save or no? Oh yeah, half damage, right? So he takes half of that, rounded down. He makes a con save, DC 10 or half the damage, so DC 10. He manages to keep hold of the rope, so he's still holding on to it, but you do shock him a little bit. Like you see a little fringed around the edges. Yeah, anything else? Okay, now you're going to try to tie the rope. Okay, how do I want to do this? Let's do either dex or sleight of hand. It's not about wisdom at this point. It's about how fast you can do this.
You know, Dex and sleight of hand are the same for me, so I'll go ahead and roll sleight.
All right, so you try frantically to get this rope tied into a knot because you heard Kirill and what he's about to do, and you're getting all nervous. You're sweating as the weight of Indon is still weighing on the rope and your arrow. You're just not able to get a knot tied to the side of the net. All right, Baron.
This poor guy. I grab that rope and I pull.
Okay. All right, so Usul, I'm going to give you a choice as a free action if you're going to try to grab the arrow, at least the shaft of the arrow, with your bare hands in preparation for this, or if you're just going to let it go.
You know, at this point, I just got to let it go and let it come out. Hopefully, it'll snag in the net.
Okay, so give me a strength, Baron. Strength check.
Am I rolling athletics or is it just a straight strength check?
Oh, that's right, athletics. I'll roll that. That's fine.
Right here.
With advantage because Kirill's helping you. So much for advantage.
Well, it seems it doesn't
The
matter.
advantage is the same.
All right, Usul, I want you to roll an opposing strength to see if it stays into your leg or not. All right, so he yanks on this thing, and you feel the arrow kind of ripping through your thigh, and you hear a big chunk as the barb of the arrow gets stuck on your thigh leg or your thigh bone. And this is going to be double damage because they're pulling on it. Well, double a d4, so it's not that bad, but still.
Wow.
So you feel 4 more points
I guess
of
the best of all.
damage as this arrow comes in, kind of gets sunk into your leg. Baron, you and Kiri are going to feel the rope kind of pull tight. Somewhat, it's not like a straight line because you still got Indon hanging on it at this point. And Indon's kind of looking kind of strange because you guys are pulling somewhat of an angle. You're not straight below him at this point. But you feel the everything kind of pull taut at this point. Kind of curious to see if it'll stop the gargoyles from pulling up or not. Anything else, Baron?
No, I think that's it.
All right, Eves, what would you like to do here?
All right. So I'm going to reel in the other arrow.
The first one that you missed?
Yeah.
You're going to reel or you're just going to go grab it? Because the rope is just laying there on the ground, from running from you to where the arrow is. Are you going to pull the rope in or are you going to go with the arrow?
Well, how far is the arrow from me?
Yeah, you shot it pretty much straight up, so I'll rule it's however far up it went. It landed about right here.
All right, fine. I'll go and grab it then.
Please don't shoot me again.
Can I load it into the bow?
Yeah, I'll rule that's the same, since you weren't tying a knot on this time. That's the same as drawing an arrow from your quiver, so I'm okay that you still take an attack if you want.
All right, cool. How high are these? Are the gargoyles right next to me?
The ones attacking, what did I say? I said they were 280 was the top, so 180 at the bottom. Does that sound right? No, it was 60 more than that. 340 and 240. So the ones attacking the guys are at 240. The ones at the top of the net are at 340.
All right, I'll shoot it at the 241.
Which one?
I'll shoot it at the at this one.
Nope, that's one carrying. The 3 red dots, those are the ones that are at lower altitude.
Oh, okay, then the red dot right next to me.
Okay, same as before. You roll a 1, run a chance to hit Nusul again.
Okay, that's cool. 12 plus 4, so that's 16.
All right, so again, you're shooting over his head. So you shoot it over Usul, through the netting, out.
No. I'm shooting the arrow at that gargoyle.
Sorry.
So it's 16. 16 against AC.
All right, so go and roll your damage. That hits.
Cool. And this is a longbow, right?
Correct.
It's a D8 plus your dexterity fire.
Nice.
All right, so your arrow sinks into this guy. I'll say it's right in his hindquarters a little bit. And this is the one that has a rope dangling through it as well. So he takes, oh, it's 11 points of damage, not 7. Sorry. Got to add some more damage to him. You see him kind of look down at you with some of the pissed off look on his face. But he's still got the boulder in his hand, looking at Usul and Indon. Anything else, Eves?
Yeah, and he's going to take a bonus action to dash.
Okay, are you holding on to the rope?
Yeah.
Okay, and that rope was also, are you trying to keep it taut the whole time, or what are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm trying to pull the gargoyle down.
All right, so you're keeping it taut as soon as you hit it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Part of me is wanting to say that's like an additional bonus action to shoot and then grab the rope. So I'm going to rule you're going to have to wait till your next turn to actually do that.
Okay, sure.
So go and move back unless you're going to dash away from the rope. Okay. Anything else, Eves?
No, that's my turn.
All right, Indon. He's going to try to make his way down this rope. How do I do this? I'll do this as a athletics or acrobatics. I'll do it as athletics for him to see if he can get down the full 30 feet at a time. That's what I'll say. Ooh, he's not so good at athletics. So you see him trying to get his way down. That's right when Baron and Kira pull the rope, and it kind of catches him off guard, and he slips a little bit. And at the last second, he grabs the rope with his other hand, and he doesn't move an inch. He's still hanging right below Indon's leg. And Indon, you know what's coming next, right? Take 4 more points of internal damage from this arrow grinding on the bone of your thigh.
You mean Usul,
Oh, sorry,
right?
Usul. Sorry.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, so bad guys are up here, And let's see, what do I do this? Oh yeah, this guy, I didn't do it last time. He's going to swoop down. He's going to grab that rope that he dropped and pick it back up. Let's see, so if he does that, they're only going to move half their distance because he's going to be holding them up. So, nope, they're going to move up 60 feet, and he'll grab it, and that part will just be 60 feet down lower. So they were 300 and, what did I say, 280 plus 6, 340. So they're now 400 feet in the air. The lower section is 300 feet in the air. And this guy's dead. This guy was attacking Usul. Damn. Look at that. 6 points for a freaking crit. Need to thank your lucky stars for that one there, Usul.
Yeah, I'm just about dead.
Well, you are. Well, there happens to be another one right behind you here. Do the exact same thing. I'm assuming that misses, right?
Correct.
Oh, wait a minute. You're still in the netting. I said advantage. So 16 hits or misses?
15 hits.
Are you out?
No, I got 1 hit point.
All right. So the other one was dead. The rest of them all flew up. All right, Kirill. You and Baron are holding on to this rope. You felt Baron pull out. You helped a little bit, and you heard Usul just scream in pain as the arrow kind of seemed to sunk into something. You're not quite sure. And, oh, yeah, they pulled up. So we had the contested strength to see if they did go up. Sorry about that, guys. Let me figure out how I want to do this. So I need both of you guys roll a strength, and I'll take the better of the two. How do I want to do this?
Oh, it's not combined?
Yeah, it is going to be combined. Yeah, both your strengths combined versus all 6 of theirs combined.
Oh.
So again, is it athletics or a straight strength?
Whichever's better. Let's see your 2 first.
Oh.
A crit fail and a crit. Oh.
Look at you guys. All right, you guys want me to even roll?
2 crits on the... Wait, that's not a save though, is it?
Yeah, it's just a check.
Damn it.
All right, so I'll go ahead and roll these guys, 6 of them. Let's see, do they have athletics? No, they don't.
Come on, 6 ones.
Oh, shit. Okay, you're done.
Not even once.
All right, so the first guy, just as soon as you guys pull him,
He's the
he looks
first
down at
guy.
you guys and kind of sniffs a little bit or snorts, and he yanks on the net a little bit more and pulls you guys up. So that was 300 feet. Are you guys going to hold on to it to the point where it's going to pull you up in the air, or are you going to kind of let the slack out so you stay on the ground?
I'm letting the slack out.
Because if you let the slack out, you guys are going to be, if you're holding onto the rope at the very end, you guys are both going to be at the very end of the rope, right underneath them. Because Usul is now 300 feet up in the air. That's your intention, guys?
Yep. That's my intention.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, Kirill. Was there anything else you're going to do? That was it, right?
That I didn't do anything
Oh,
yet.
sorry. Go ahead, then. That's right. I was doing the contested
I was
strength.
say that was your strength check to see if they went up. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna. What are these other guys doing with Baron? They're just hanging out still, or?
They're sitting there screaming. They're holding up their axes and their battle axes. They can't really do anything because they can't reach anything. The one guy threw his one axe.
So I'm gonna call everybody else for help. The rest of you get over here, help, and then I'm gonna go with a pull. I guess I don't know how would I do that. I'd wait till they get here.
Yeah,
Or?
they go in the same turn as Baron, so it'll be 2 turns from now. I'm also going to rule the max you can get since you're at the end of the rope is 4 of these guys.
Okay. I'm gonna. What can I do with a rope?
Anything else?
Those guys can. No. Hold on. Does persuasion work on party members?
What are you trying to do? What are you thinking about doing?
I'm gonna try and persuade Usul. I'll do the roll to see if I succeed first, or do I say it first and then try to do the roll?
Well, tell me what you want to do, then I'll rule what you roll for it.
I'm gonna try and persuade Usul to get the rope, the one that's like the one we're holding is the one that Indon's on, right?
Correct.
And I want him to how to describe this? The other one with the hold on, right here. This guy's got the other rope in him.
Yeah, he's about 60 feet lower than everybody else.
Yeah. So I want to. Usul can get out, right? Like there's big holes in the net now, from what I understand. So I want to persuade him to go towards that guy who's lower down with the rope and see if he can't
Okay, so
only have to fight
hold
one
on,
guy.
let me
I don't know if that
describe
makes
this to
sense.
you. So what happened as far as openings in this? On this side of Usul is where the ogre was, and that's where there's a pretty good 5-foot tear in the opening over here. Over here is where Indon was trying to cut it out. There's not really any decent sized holes over there. Indon would still have to climb up another 40 feet to get to where this guy is, as far as how high he is compared to the other ones.
Okay.
Sense?
I thought he was under Indon, so I thought it was like Indon would go down towards him and jump on him or something. Okay, that's not what I thought it was then. Never mind.
Think of it this way: these other guys basically flew up another 100 feet. This guy basically flew down 60 feet, and that's why he was able to get the rope, at 40 feet. That makes sense. 40 feet higher than where Indon is.
Yeah, but he's still higher than Usul.
Correct.
He's not under him.
Correct. Yeah, because that corner wouldn't have drooped down all the way down to Usul anyway, because the other guys were still kind of holding it up. That make sense?
No, that makes more sense, I guess. Okay, never mind what I was gonna say then. I'm just gonna pull on the rope then.
Okay, you're going to pull on the rope by yourself. You're going to wait for these guys to get up there, because technically they're not up there until it's Baron's turn.
Well, can I just leave that as a ready action to pull all together
That's
then?
fine. You can do a ready action to pull once everybody's all together.
I'll do that then.
Okay. Usul! You see Indon hanging off this rope. Still got this arrow stuck in your leg. Baron and Kiro are trying to pull you down. Eve's just struck something behind you with an arrow and a rope attached to it. What would you like to do?
Okay. I think I've got to use my last transformation here. And from there, I guess I'll turn into a griffin and use my lightning again to try to get the ones up above me.
A griffin, huh? Did I create one of those for you?
You sure did.
Holy shit, this is getting all clustered. Let me get Trigby out of there. All right, so for demonstration purposes, Usul, I want you to keep using your normal Usul guy, but for everyone else, that's the size of him. Because I put that griffin in there, you're not able to see everything that's going on in there. All right, so
What's that do the arrow in his leg?
I'm sorry?
When he transforms, does that push the arrow out, or is it still in his leg, or?
Oh, that's a good question. So first, let me ask Usul, is it your intention to keep that arrow stuck in your leg? Or are you hoping to transform and let that thing fall out?
That thing is hopefully going to fall out. Fall the F out.
Okay, again, just so you realize, Indon is hanging on by that, right?
I never liked him anyway.
Okay.
Oh my god!
All right, so it's your intention to let that thing kind of dissolve out of your leg, correct?
That is correct.
All right, so I'm gonna make this a DC 10 con. If you get higher than 10, then it falls out. If it's lower than 10, it stays in as you transform. You okay with that?
As a griffin or as myself?
Whichever's higher. I'll give you that.
Looks like they're the same.
Oh, there you go. Oh, look at there. That bastard Endon stays stuck in your leg. All right, so you're basically transformed into a griffin. You're inside this net at this point, and that arrow is still stuck in your leg. So
Okay.
you can try to fly away at this point, but I'm gonna have to rule first. You got to break free of this net because it's not wide open. You're still gonna be inside of it. Matter of fact, it probably would have got a little tighter as you grew in size. So I'm gonna rule. Okay, you transform. That was your action to get out, right? And to try to break free, that's gonna be another action. So it'll be your next turn. So right now you're still inside this net, but you are transformed into a griffin.
Okay. I should still be able to do my call lightning.
You can do that when you're a griffin.
Yes. Yeah, as long as I have casted it before I turn, I'm okay.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna cast lightning first and then switch into a griffin.
I already had my lightning going at last 10 minutes.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I keep forgetting about that. Okay. All right, so that's a con save or a deck. What is it? Deck save, right? On which one?
Deck save, yeah. Another one of those up above.
A different one or the same one?
Same one.
Last time you hit this one. Whoops. First time you hit this one.
One of those two will do just fine.
All right, I'm just going to pick this one in the corner then. Deck save. He fails and he takes all 15 lightning damage. DC 10 con save, see if he drops the rope again. And he does. You slap him again with the lightning coming out of the sky, and he looks up and he's all pissed off and a little confused of where this freaking lightning keeps coming from. And he drops the rope and moves back out about 5 feet again. So I'll leave him out here just so you know he doesn't have the rope.
All right.
Anything else, Usul?
That's all I got.
All right, Baron. Now you see this giant.
Hey, did I get skipped, Brian?
Did I skip you on accident? I think I went from Kirill to Corn. I did. Okay, so all right, let's get back up here. Corn, you.
Kirill Usul, you mean?
Yeah, sorry. I get you guys' names mixed up all the time, don't I? I'm like a freaking old guy with whatever you call that. Corn, go ahead.
We're both whales. It's all right. I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot at whichever one is still holding on in hopes that they'll also let go
So you're gonna try to shoot at them?
of the rope.
Okay, first one misses, second one does hit. And again, you're shooting both of them at this one right here, right?
Yep.
You find your mark and it sinks right into it, and you hear it kind of snort and scream a little bit. And he's got to make a DC 10 con save. Oh, that was at disadvantage, right? Yeah, you still hit with a disadvantage. Okay, you got a 17, so he passed. So you still got to hold the net as well.
I tried. I'll just run over and kind of stand there watching them hold the rope because I'm a pretty weak dude. I'm not going to help at all.
Yeah, nobody more than 4 people, because again, this is right at the end of the rope right now. So no more than 4 people can even get in there to grab the rope. 4 is probably a little much right now. All right, so back to Baron. Okay, Baron, you were saying that you were yelling for everybody to kind of pull all at the same time? Correct?
That's what I was going for.
Yes, I am.
All right, so opposing strength is going to be 4 versus 5. So go ahead and roll it. And Baron, I'll let you roll it 3 times for the other 2 guys as well.
Strength, or we can roll the
Strength
athletics?
or athletic, whichever's better for you guys. All right, so someone total that up while I start rolling for these guys.
68.
68, yep.
All Okay, so 10, 27, 31.
38 plus 19. Ooh, we win!
Damn, how about that? All right, so as you feel these guys starting to kind of pull up, you guys all heave together at this last little nub of the rope right here. I just realized the bearing has a little knot on the end of it, so that's why you guys are able to kind of hold on to it a little bit. And you manage to keep them from going up any higher. All right, so that's Baron and all the dwarves' turn. Eves?
All right, so I have the rope in my possession from this the arrow.
Yeah, since they weren't able to pull away,
Yeah,
you're right at the very end of it. Again, it's a 300-foot rope. That's how high these guys are right now.
All right. Well, I will start. What's next to me? Like, it's in the area. Is there a twig or a branch or something in the area?
Debris.
Or is this just like a debris? Or is this just flat land?
This is pretty flat at
Or
this point. You can see a few pieces of tall grass kind of poking through the snow, but there's not a tree or a bush in sight for miles.
I thought we were still in the cavern.
No, this is the opening of the cavern. You guys got out here, and now it's all open.
Oh, okay. I thought this was like just a big cavern we were in.
It was, but since you got here, this is like the opening or the end of the little cavern right there.
Gotcha.
well, in that case, I'm going to try to pull. No, wait. I'm going to tie the rope around me. That's what I'm going to do.
I'm going to rule there's not enough slack to do that because you're right at the very end. It's 300-foot rope, and these guys are 300 foot tall. So all you can really do is grab a hold of it. At this point, there's not enough to really tie around anything.
Then let me pull them in. Like, let me try to pull them in. I guess that's like a strength check or athletics check.
Yeah, it's your strength versus the other 5 right now that have a hold of it.
Out of curiosity.
Yep.
Just putting this out here. The arrow's only in the one. It's not in Azul like to everything. It's just the one guy. So couldn't he just pull the one guy down?
Oh, you're right. Yes, that I'm sorry. Yeah, he shot.
Yeah, because that one's in the back or the ass of the gargoyle.
Right. So he wasn't 300 feet either. He was 100 feet lower than that, so 200 feet. Okay. So rewind a little bit. So yes, Eve, you can wrap it around yourself. He's currently about 200 feet off the air.
All right, then I'll wrap. Then that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, and that'll be your action to kind of tie that thing around. You won't have enough time on your turn to kind of pull away, just so you're aware.
Yeah. Makes sense. Okay, so that's my action.
All right, so since it's not a contested thing, you got plenty of slack. Roll me a wisdom, or what else would this fall under? No, just a DC 10 wisdom. Just to show me how good of a. I'm not gonna say the DC. To show me how good of a knot you can tie with a wisdom roll. All right, you stitch this thing up just like your mama showed you. Said, "Oh yeah, that's a good knot. I'll be able to hold all kinds of stuff with that."
Slipknot's gonna freaking clinch into him.
All right, Indon, he sees this giant griffin transform into him. He sees his arrow kind of dangling out of this griffin's leg at this point, and he can put 2 and 2 together and see what the hell's about to happen. So he's going to, oh shit, what is he going to do? Looks down. Okay, I'm going to roll this. Even, he continues down the rope, or odd, he's going to try to grab a hold of the griffin. Here, I'll roll it in front of you guys. So even rope, odd, it's on the griffin. Oops, didn't mean to roll 18 of them. Let me do that again. Okay, so what did I say? Even on the rope, odds on the griffin? Is that what I said?
Yep.
All right, so he's going to stay on the rope and try to go down. So I'm going to athletics check to see how far he can get it down. And he managed to make another 5 feet. So he's like 290 feet off the ground at this point, trying to get down. And he's screaming at this point. Scared shitless. All right, so 5 guys got it. 5 guys are going to try to pull again, get higher. So give me a opposing strength check. You 4 want to do the same thing again? What?
So when Baron rolled to pull it down, and you said they didn't go any higher, does that mean they still get to try and go higher again when they weren't going higher that time?
I stand corrected. So yeah, that would have ruled their turn trying to pull up. So they can't pull up any higher. They're going to stay right they are. We still have these other 2. And this guy has Eves attached to him. And that pisses him off. So he's going to swoop down here and say hello to Mr. Eves. Actually, you know what?
Hi.
He's going to stay up here, and he's going to take that boulder he's got in his hand. He is actually going to throw it at Eves. And I'm assuming that misses, correct?
No, I just naturally have like bad nimbleness, and just I'm horribly agile, and I'm so bad at moving. Yeah.
All right, so he hurls the rock at you, and then he shoots 60 feet straight up. So he's now, what I said, it's 200. So he's now 260 feet up. And if you would have, how much slack would you have left? Would you have kept that as tight as possible? Or would you have given enough slack that you're at kind of at the end of the rope?
I would have given it as much slack as possible.
All right, so at this point, it hasn't pulled taut yet, but you see him kind of going up. He's now 260 feet up in the air. And the other guy is going to, now he sees this freaking griffin up here that was in the net. And he's all pissed off because he thinks he's about to lose his prey over here. So 260 feet, can't get to those guys. Well, he's got no choice. He's going to try to hit the griffin. Does that hit?
Yeah, I have a 12 AC.
Yep, so 16 points of bludgeoning damage to your griffin. And that's the bad guy's turn. Oh, this guy will swoop down and grab a hold of the rope. They didn't move, so I'm going to roll. Yeah, he can get right to it. So now 6 of them have a hold of the net again. Kirill.
So now that everyone's on the net, do I get to do a pull now with everybody or no?
You can pull now by yourself, or you can ready an action to pull with the other 3, which will go on their turn.
What? Right. Now we only stop them. We don't pull them any lower, do we?
You haven't tried.
Well, that's what I thought we were doing.
No, you stop.
We were stopping them. Now we've stopped them. Now we should try to pull them back down.
Yeah. So all right. No, fair enough. I get what you're saying. So no, all ready to pull with the group again, like a 1, 2, 3 pull kind of thing.
Okay, so you're just grabbing it and trying to pull down harder. You're not trying to back away from it, correct?
Nope, we're gonna pull down more, and like how you pull on a rope, like tug of war, you move your hands up the rope as it gets down lower.
Right. So I'm trying to figure out how much I want to rule if you win this, how much you actually pull it by. I'm gonna roll 15 feet. It's half your movement to pull it. Okay?
Sure.
All right. So contested when it comes up to the Baron's turn. All 4 of you guys against the 6 of them. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, Corn.
Alright, just looking at these gargoyles, which one does Corn think is the most injured?
The most injured? I have to move some guys around to see this. Yeah, this one right here definitely is the most injured.
Alright, well then I will be going for that.
And he's at 300 feet. So unless you move, oh, it's 600 feet for long one. Right, never mind.
Yeah, so this would be disadvantage.
Yeah, so the first one hits Second one does not. And what are you hitting them with?
Just a normal arrow.
I don't know if I've done this as of yet, but you notice that you hit it square with your bow and arrow, but it doesn't seem to be doing as much damage as you'd expect.
Alright.
Right? Yep, I've been missing out on that on every single one of your attacks. So Merry Christmas ×2 for you guys.
Hooray!
Anything else, Corn?
No, was that one holding on to the rope?
No, that was the one that was attacking, I guess, the griffin now.
Oh, okay.
I do Sewell.
Okay. I want to do two things here. I've got a multi-attack with the griffin, but I also want to get my lightning strike in on one of those two again.
Okay, I'll ask again. You can still do that
So-
lightning strike even when in griffin form, right? I know you called upon it before you turned, but just making sure that's how the rule works, that you can still work those while you're in animal form.
That's correct. As long as I've casted it prior to turning, I can continue on with that.
Okay, that's not a concentration spell?
It is concentration, yes.
Okay, so you should have been making a con save every time you got hit then, right?
Yeah, I probably should have, yeah.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll one now for that last hit, see if you still maintain that. Oh, look at you, you just barely got that. Okay, all right. So again, it's on the same one here? This
Okay.
one?
Yep.
And it's a DC 15 dex. Go ahead and roll it to see what the damage is. Ooh.
Ooh, that's right.
Oh, but it takes half damage, right?
Yeah. Still less as much as I was getting on any of the others.
All right, so you call upon this lightning, and you see a huge crack of lightning, come down from out of the clouds in the sky and streak by this guy. Takes a good chunk out of him, but again, it doesn't hit quite as solid as you were expecting it to with that size of a lightning strike. Okay, Usul.
All
We're
right.
going to try it again. You're still inside this net. I know you're outside, but you're still inside this net. You got to try to break free before you can try to fly away.
That's correct, and I've got a whole plan here. So I'm going to use my beak and claw attack on the net at the point where the rope is entering. Okay?
Point of what?
As I tear through the net at where the rope is entering,
Okay.
so I can, just head right down. As I tear through the net, I'm going to tuck into the hole and drop through towards Indon. He's not made it very far down, so as my streamlined body drops, I'm going to catch up to Indon and capture him in my front claws. I'm going to continue to fall quickly until I reach a point where I feel I need to slow down and make a safe landing.
Okay.
And I do have 80 feet.
Okay, so,
I've got 80 feet of movement,
all right, so first things first.
flying movement.
First, okay, so you're going to attack the net. You're going to make a big enough hole for you to get out of. Now, how many attacks did your griffin get?
I get 2 attacks.
Okay, so I'm going to roll it. It's going to take both of your attacks, and you got to get 20 hit points of damage to rip a hole big enough for your griffin to get out of.
Wow. Okay.
It was 10 for a normal-sized creature to rip and get out. That's what I'm saying. Since you're large, it's going to take twice as big a hole.
Okay. I'll be lucky to get it, but here it goes.
Yeah, just a decent AC 10 to hit. So you hit both of those. Look at you.
Yeah.
26 points. Okay, so you slash twice with your claws. You managed to rip a hole right where that arrow was kind of protruding out through the net. And you start to fall out of the hole along with Indon. You start screaming immediately. All right. So,
But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and streamline my body to catch up to him so I can catch him in my claws.
okay, that'll happen on your next turn. It took your full action to kind of rip and get out of the net at this point.
Fair enough.
All right, Baron, you see the rock rip his a hole out of the net and start falling out, chasing after Indon as he's falling and screaming as well. What would you like to do? Your rope is no longer taut. Still there, Baron?
So the rope just fell completely slack. It's just
Correct.
like, because he's coming towards us, so it's become
You
slack.
see this giant griffin kind of diving right down towards you guys with Indon a little bit below him, screaming.
Well, I would like to go get under Endon so I can try and catch him.
You're going to try to catch Indon if, yeah, okay.
Is that all four of
Let
them?
me do this. Let me, because we're getting really compact over here. Let me move. Where the hell is Indon? Is he underneath Usul? Oh, he's right there. Okay, I'll move him over here. He's falling, and he's below the griffin. So place yourself like right here below him. We'll kind of role play this way. You with me, Baron? Move your character below Indon right here. There you go.
Yeah, like over
Yeah,
here.
fine. Okay, is that it for you? Giving your guys any kind of instruction or anything else they need to do?
I guess I'll just tell them to try and catch him if the griffin doesn't.
All right, so they're letting go of the rope. And this one can run over here in time. This one can go over here. And this one will... He's over here as well. So you got a little hodgepodge of dwarves with a little short stubby arm sticking out, waiting to catch this elf. Anything else, Baron?
No, I think that's about it.
All right, Eves. Let's see. So you got that guy. He's stuck. He threw a boulder at you, missed. Then he started shooting straight up in the sky. And you can see your slack quickly losing its length. What would you like to do here?
I would like to reinforce the slack and continuously pull. I would like to pull on the gargoyle.
You got about
Sorry.
40 feet of slack, and I'll rule the same way I did with Kira. You can probably pull in about 15 feet in 6 seconds, or you can choose to run in an opposite direction to pull the slack.
Wait, I can run, I can dash?
Sure, why not?
I can dash. Okay, so I could use a bonus action to dash and also pull an extra 15 feet, right?
Sure, but once you reach the point where the rope is taut, that's when an opposing strength happens. So you got what I say. I'll just call it roughly 60 feet of slack on this rope before it becomes taut.
$60 feet?
Correct. And we can just roleplay this. Don't worry about actually. Just let me know the general direction you're trying to go or pull it to.
Alright, well, I'm going to try to pull it to where I am.
Okay. So you've reached to, okay, so a dash to get to that far, because it's 60 feet. Now you need to do an opposing,
Yeah.
if you're trying to pull him, that's going to be your action. So it's opposing strength.
Yep.
Oh,
Bam!
fail. All right, so if you got any more movement left, or you can pull the 15 feet, whichever you want.
Yeah, I'll pull him 50 feet.
So you're pulling 15 feet toward you. Okay, so let me do this. 5, 10, 15 roughly. Okay, he's still about, well, I guess technically 300 feet, not quite that much in the air because you got the rope tied around you. Ooh, I forgot one more thing. Let's go see if this arrow stays in him. So DC 10 con, that's what I was doing for you, right, Usul?
Yep.
So if it gets higher than a 10, it falls out. Less than a 10, it stays in.
Sure. Oh!
And he failed. So it stays in. You're able to pull him that extra 15 feet over there. And the rope is taut. Anything else, Eves?
Yeah, if I can secure the rope around me,
Oh shit, I forgot about that, didn't I?
then
Hold on, man. I got one more thing that's got to happen here. Okay, so you need to roll me another. Thank you for reminding me of that, Eves. I appreciate that. So your knot was shit. So roll me another deck save to see if you can catch it before it slips out.
sure.
All right, that's good enough. I made it kind of high. I made it DC 15. You got a 16 there. All right, so you're able to catch it at the last second right as it starts to slip back out.
Nice.
Now you just have a hold of it, like the rope is wrapped around your waist, and you have like both hands gripped on the other side of it, but there's no knot right there. But you have a hold of the rope wrapped around your waist. That make sense?
Yeah. Does that end my turn, or can I get a free action to sort of secure the knot?
No,
or
free action is to drop
or
something
tie it
or
around.
say something. A free action to actually do something, that's
Okay. Fair enough.
All right.
All right, that's my turn.
Indon is screaming his head off. Probably shit himself a little bit as he's just falling down to the ground below him, and he sees this huge flying bird griffin thing screeching down at him. And that's about it. He can fall 32 feet per second, so I'll say roughly he's at 200 feet off the ground. Okay, bad guys are up. They no longer have anybody in their net. Damn it, so they're pissed off. And I see their other buddies kind of being wrangled in, but this other dude over here, this guy is still outside the net. What the hell are they going to do? All right, let me roll this privately. All right, the 6 with the net are flying off. They drop the net, and they're taking off. Another 60 feet in the air. So they're now 360 feet, or roughly that. I think you guys pulled them a little bit. Except for this one, which is still tied down to Eves. Oh, that guy wasn't on the net, was he? Yeah, he's pulling off too. They're all taking off except for the one that Eves has got.
Yeah.
And the one that Eves is tied to is so pissed off, he's going to try to screech down at Eves. And he's not going to so much attack you as much as he's going to try to knock the rope out of your hands. So this is going to be an opposing, it's going to be his strength or dex, whichever is higher, versus your strength or dex, whichever is higher.
Sure. Could I choose to use acrobatics?
Sure, that's fine. Oh, good, look what he got. All right, so now I'm going to...
Oh,
I'm
damn.
go back and count how far he actually went. So he was, you had him right here, correct? So it's 5, 10, 15.
Yeah.
15 feet. Knocks that off of you. And then 20, 25, 30, 35. I'll just say he's like 50 feet, no, 45 feet in the air. I'll leave him over here. He's 45 feet in the air above you, Eves.
Okay.
Oops, sorry. Kirill, your turn. I didn't mean to skip you there. Go ahead, Kirill.
So, is that the one that swooped at Eves? Is that like reachable by me now, or?
He's 50 feet above Eves, and you're 5, 10, call it 10, that's fine, 15. So he's 60 feet away from you, in the air.
Alright, is Indon on the ground now?
No, he's still falling.
He was falling, but he didn't make it all the way
200
down.
feet.
So, and is that where he's fallen, like on the map there?
Sure, close enough. You got the 4 dwarfs down there kind of looking like they're trying to catch him.
Yeah, so within 10 feet of me for saves. So Eves is within 10 feet, and Indon will be within 10 feet. Yeah, I'm halfway between the two.
Okay, you won't be able to. You
That's
won't be able to help these two. 'Cause they're further than 10 feet from you, right?
yeah, but Indon's the one that'll go splat.
Okay,
So my bonus is the +4 to his saves, right?
correct. Anything else?
Less worried about them. No, that I guess I'll ready in action if that gargoyle comes swooping past Eves. Then I'll try and whack it.
Okay. Dang it.
Didn't see it really go that way, but
Keep pushing on the wrong one. Okay, Quarren, it's your turn. See Endon falling. You see the griffin coming in below it. You saw another gargoyle come down and kind of slap the rope out of Eve's hand and start flying off. The other 6 are 350, 360 feet in the air and flying away.
Well, I guess I might as well shoot at the one that's slapped at Eves.
Okay, first one misses, and the second 2 hit. The same as before, since I forgot for everybody else, as you strike it with your arrows, it doesn't seem to be doing quite as much damage as you would expect. But you still sink 2 arrows into it as it flees away. Anything else, Quarren?
Alright. Nope, I'm just gonna hang tight here.
Okay, just FYI, we've reached the 3-hour mark, so as soon as we wrap up this little encounter here, this is probably a good stopping point anyway. You guys okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's all good.
Sewell, you're up.
Okay, gonna go ahead and call lightning.
Okay, so you're screaming downwards towards Endon. He went 100 feet, so you're going to do at least that. And they were, let's see, they were 100 feet above you. So that's roughly 250 feet. No. Hold on,
Okay.
let me do the math.
I got.
Plus 60, 160 plus another 100. Yeah, 260 feet is the total distance between you. Is that beyond your reach of lightning?
Yeah, I got 120.
Yeah, so they're beyond it.
Okay, on to my initial plan then. Gonna go ahead and streamline my body. Gonna swoop down towards Indon. Gonna gather him up in my claws, and then we're gonna go ahead and make a nice, gentle glide back to the earth.
All right, so we're going to try to catch him. So give me what kind of check do I want to do for this? Probably going to be some kind of dexterity. Athletics or dexterity, or athletics or acrobatics, whichever one's better for you. Okay, so as long as he doesn't panic and freak out as he's falling, I'm going to give him a whiz save, just a DC 10. As long as he doesn't freak out and basically thwart your advances, you'll be able to catch him. Oh, shit. So as you approach him, you see Endon kind of slap you away because he just thinks you're trying to eat him at this point. So you guys are going to probably go down another 100 feet, now 100 feet off the ground at this point. I'm assuming you're going to continue to follow him, correct?
Yeah, as long as I can, I have enough time to make an easy landing for myself. I'm not sure how much. I imagine I'm a pretty graceful and strong flyer, so I shouldn't need too much space to slow myself down and
What's your
land.
fly speed?
80.
Okay, so I say as long as you don't get below 80 feet, you can safely avoid basically smashing into the ground. After that, you have to start making some kind of a save.
Yeah, so I'll go 80 feet, do what I can for him, but boy, if he's just going to fight me for it, oh well.
All right, Baron.
I'm just still waiting to catch this guy.
Eves?
Yep. What's
Your
up?
turn, Heaps. Anything else you'd like to do here? You see Indon racing
Well-
down towards these 4 doors, holding out their arms, and the other ones are flying off away from you guys.
Well, they're running away. What's up with Azul?
He's the Griffin. You would have saw him transform into a Griffin, and he's basically diving down towards Indon as Indon is falling down closer and closer to these 4 doors below him with their hands held out, ready to catch him.
Oh. Well, Yves will just go underneath Indon and try to support whatever the party's trying to do to prevent him from splatting to the ground.
All right, go move yourself up to somewhere close there.
Yeah.
Anything else, Eves?
Well, the gargoyles are all gone, aren't
Well,
they?
they haven't moved yet. These guys are about 350, 360 feet away. This guy flew about 60 feet into the air. But they're all moving away from you guys.
Yeah, no, it's a lost cause. Yves is just gonna collect with the party.
Alright, so Indon continues to scream as he sees this freaking giant griffin thing swooping down. He thinks he's trying to eat him. And he just falls another 100 feet. Nothing he can really do. Let me check his sheet.
How far away is
He's
he?
100 feet off the ground. By the time that yours and his turn it comes up, next it'll be 100 feet off the ground. And he's falling about 100 feet every turn.
Okay.
Let me just check his sheet real quick. Make sure he doesn't have some kind of weird thing that helps him with this. Nope, he's got nothing that helps him. He's falling. Okay, bad guys. These guys are now 400 feet roughly away. This guy flies up to 120 feet in the sky, and they're all just making their way away. You guys can still see them, but they're flying away. Kirill, anything you want to do before Indon potentially goes splat?
What can I even do? Hold on. Let me check my spell book. Only semi-sarcastic there.
All right, while you're looking at your spell book, Quarren, what would you like to do?
You got it. What you call it? The catching, is that considering that's not considered a saving throw, is it? Or no?
We'll see when he gets that far.
Alright. Nah, never mind then. Nope, nothing I'm gonna do. I'm just ready to help out, I guess.
Just wait to see what happens. All right,
Can't really do
Alright,
too
Quarren.
much.
you see Indon falling, this giant griffin chasing after it. What would you like? Anything you'd like to do here?
No. Nothing I can really do, unfortunately.
All right, Azul, your chance one more time. Just catch up to him and try to catch him. Same thing. Your athletics or
Same
acrobatics,
thing.
whichever is better for you. Oh.
Indon is about to die.
That is not good.
All right, so you need at least a 10 to get a hold of him. As you scream down towards the ground even further, you just can't quite get your grasp around him as he's frantically kind of flailing in the air, won't even let you get a hold of him there. Oh, shit. All right, guys, we're out of combat. Is there anything else any of you guys think you can do before Indon hits the ground or potentially these guys waiting arms?
Yes.
I mean, if I'd had my tent on me, I would have unfurled it and used it as like a catching blanket, but I'm assuming it's set up over at our campsite.
Gotta do something
So
quick.
I can bless 3 targets to add 1d4 to each for their saving roll.
Okay. So you're going to bless who?
So how high is Indon?
100 feet.
That's what he's at. Like can I hit him within 30
You
feet?
can ready your action to cast it when he gets within 30 feet. That's what you want.
Yeah. So I get 3 people. So I'm gonna go ahead and get Indon, and there's such a cluster of friggin' dwarves there. Indon, Bairn, and Fuha.
Yeah, correct. Fuha. You haven't heard their names yet, but just all you know is them as the dwarves.
That's what I mean. The one with the beard, the one with the helmet, and the Indon.
Okay.
And let me pull this back up.
I'm not going to bother making an icon for them. Just we know that 3 of them got bless on their whatever they got to roll.
Yeah, I bless up to 3 creatures of my choice within range within 30 feet. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw.
Okay. Anybody else? All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Indon did not get captured by the griffin. He continued to fall. He was flailing and screaming, but this griffin's trying to kill him, although I'm not sure why he would be trying to avoid getting caught because he's going to die anyway, but he's freaking out, guys, okay? All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, there's 5 guys trying to basically break his fall. So he's obviously going to get the max bludgeoning potential damage here. So I'm going to roll that, and how do I want to do this? Just 5 of you. Each one of you roll me a, how do I want to do this? I don't know if it's athletics or acrobatics. I'll call it athletics. Each one of you give me an athletics save to see if you can kind of lessen his blow. He's falling from 300 feet. He's coming fast.
So are we doing like a strength saving throw or athletics check or?
Either or, whichever's better. And whatever it is, you'll add Kiriel's strength to it. Okay? DC.
And then you'll add my plus 4.
Wait, whatever's better, like either athletics or acrobatics, whichever is better.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. No, not acrobatics. This is not acrobatics.
Okay.
It's going to be athletics.
Okay.
So do you want me to
rolling?
roll for Fuha and Reba
Yeah, go
as
ahead,
well?
Baron. So this is going to be a DC 15 because he is falling fast. It's going to be hard to kind of break his fall. Ooh, got a crit. All right, so you added plus 4 to which ones? You said, Kiriel?
Anyone within 10 feet of me gets plus 4 to their save, and Fuha and Baron both get to add a 1d4.
Okay, so
Baron's already at
all
20.
Of the dwarves passed in. Eves is the only one that failed on it. Okay.
Wait, don't I get that plus 4?
You get plus 4, it makes it 9.
I said it was a DC 15 to kind of basically lessen his blow a little bit. All right, so the max on this fall is 20 D6. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to roll his damage first, and then all 3 of you that passed, I'm going to roll, how do I want to do this? On the crit guy, he's going to be able to take away 2 of the hit dice of damage. The other 2 are going to be able to take away 1 hit die of damage. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So just roll less die
No,
then?
I'm going to roll total, and this is what the damage that Indon is initially going to take, and then whatever they roll is going to be subtracted from them and added to them. Does that make sense?
Gotcha.
That was a whoopsie.
So 62 points potentially of bludgeoning damage for Indon here. So I need the 3 of you. You want to roll yourselves? Do you want me to roll it for how many of these D6s you absorb?
1d6, 2d6, and 1d6?
Correct. Since it's all the dwarves, technically it's all barons if he's going to roll them.
Yeah, okay, I'll roll them. Do you want me to roll D6s?
Correct. Basically 4 of them. So, okay, so 62 minus 14. Okay, so that's the damage. 3, 2, oh, plus 4. That was for, why'd you roll 4 of them? Oh, because it was 4. All right, so the first one is 4.
You said the crit guy got
Right,
this,
so I don't know who's who, but you need to take 3 from one guy. Were any of them you, or are they all just your friends that did that? Who'd you bless?
3 would
one
be
of them
Baron.
was Baron, and I assume the other 2 were Fuhan,
So you
Reba.
take 3, Baron. One of them will take 7, the other one will take 4. I'll do that in a second, but I'll do the math here quick on Endon. What's his max hit points? $62 minus 14, that's 48 hit points. Woo-wee! That was close to instant death. But he still died.
Hold on. To the rescue, Inspiration Silver. Use this card when an ally drops to 0 hit points. Move your speed towards them as a free action. If you end this move adjacent to them, they may spend a hit die.
Oh, shit. All right, so let me finish playing this out, this role-playing a little bit here. So Endon falls, and all 4 of the dwarves kind of hold out their hands, and he slams into each one of their arms. I mean, they're able to soften his blow just a little bit, but, I mean, he just goes splat, and you hear a big old crunch, and there's bones, and there's blood everywhere. And the other guys are kind of holding their arms a little bit from bruises. And now here comes Kirill. Da-da-da, da-da-da. And he gets 1 hit die? Is that right?
He gets to expend 1 hit die.
And you get immediately, you hear a big old crunch, and he's laying there just lifeless, not even breathing. And then Kirill runs up to him, and you see for his body kind of shudder a little bit, and you see him kind of gasp, like he's trying to get air in. He's obviously got all kinds of ribs broken and everything else in him, but his eyes blink a little bit, but he doesn't move.
All right, so I know we're calling it soon, but let's just go with a lay on hands. So Kirill's going to kneel down next to the twitching, quivering mess that was Indon, still is kind of, and going to foot his brow and pray to Helm, and then he's going to put his shiny golden hands on him and heal him up.
Using your full amount, or what are you doing?
40 points.
40 points, really? All right, you only lost
Yep.
38. No, actually, you only lost 36, because he doesn't have quite that many hit points. But you see Kirill reach down, unless you want to play this, Kirill. I imagine you kind of reach down, you play.
No, go ahead. I do a lot of them, but you can do
So
this
he
one.
reaches down, lays his hands over, you see this kind of calming blue aura kind of radiate out of his hand and all through Kirill's body, and you guys hear what appears to be like the sound of cracking, like bones being back in place, and you can see where obviously Endon before had broken legs and broken arms, they somehow snap back into place and get all back into the shape. And you see Endon kind of roll over, and the bruises and the bloodied and the disfigured eye all seem to kind of slowly get back into place. And then he stands back up. I mean, you can't even tell that he hit the ground other than the blood stains and the dirt and the mud that's all over him. And he just looks there standing in shock, looking at Kirill at this point and kind of touching himself, like trying to figure out if this is real or not.
Wow, Endon, you took quite a nasty fall. You're one tough dwarf. No?
I thought he was an elf.
Elf? What's Endon?
Yeah, you believe he's an elf.
What kind of...
You see his ears.
Okay. Yeah, you're one tough elf.
He's speechless at this point. He's just kind of looking around. He still can't believe that he's alive. And he also looks back at that giant griffin, which I'm assuming at this point the griffin's on the ground as well. And he's still just kind of freaking out a little bit, wondering what the hell just happened.
Yeah, and I'm going to walk up to him in griffin form, turn as I get close to him back into a human, and call him an idiot.
He kind of looks back at you and says, whatever, I just can't believe I'm alive. But I thought for sure you were going to freaking eat me. All right, guys, we've gone 25 minutes over my stopping point. Unless you guys are wanting to go a little bit longer, I'm okay with that. But I need to go ahead and ask around the room if everybody's wanting to call it. Pick us up next time, or you want to go a little bit longer.
Yeah, I don't mind going a little bit longer.
Just to get away from the basilisks that were coming up
Find
behind
somewhere
the narrow.
safe.
Oh,
I don't know if that's happening yet or not. I'm just asking you guys. You want to go a little bit longer? or
yeah,
not?
yeah. No, I'm good to let's go find a safe place.
Yeah, I'm good for another like 20 minutes or so.
Everybody else?
Find me someplace safe.
I'm good as well.
All right. So
Yeah, same here.
go ahead.
I need to do a cure wounds on myself here as soon as I can.
Okay, go ahead and roll it if you want. You see the dwarves kind of walking off a little bit, kind of somewhat not keeping their distance, but staying together, all as one, a little bit here, and kind of just eyeing you guys over a little bit, and you see them kind of whispering around to each other a little bit as well, in Dwarvish, obviously. So does that cure wounds? Oh yeah, you turn back to human form, right? I'm gonna get rid of your griffin then, right, Usul?
Yep.
Okay. Anybody else want to say or do anything here? Just a chance to kind of introduce yourselves if you want, or run, or whatever you want.
I would like to ask for my bow back.
Eves, are you still there? Did we lose Eves?
Did you fall asleep?
What's up? What's happening?
Eves, are you good to go some more, or you need to quit?
Oh no, I said like 5 times I'm good.
Okay, just when he asked you, you didn't respond. That's why I'm just asking. So, Baron
Oh, yeah,
said
no.
he's going to grab
No, I'm
the
good.
bow from you.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, Endon's still kind of looking around shocked.
Eves is just gonna give it to him.
Say again, Eves, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, sorry. Eves is just gonna give it to him. He was just borrowing bow.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Endon's going to kind of look around a little bit more, and he says, okay, so I died, right?
No, I would argue
got better.
that you kind of just fell, hit the ground, kind of got knocked out a little bit, but you got back up. Way to go, little buddy.
He looks back up in the sky and back on the ground and says, there's no freaking way I survived that. All I remember is falling,
You got better.
and it just went black all of a sudden.
I don't know. You kind of hit the ground and then got back up. That's what I saw.
We kind of look around and ask and say, so who do I have to thank for that? I know the hell it wasn't me.
I don't know. Probably thank whichever god you believe in.
That. I typed it.
It says Helm, huh? Not sure I've ever prayed or thanked the god of Helm before, but I'll thank him. But through you, I think, is where the thanks goes. I appreciate it, my friend. He holds out his hand to kind of shake your hand, very genuinely, just very serious about it. All right, so the rest of this cavern, as you guys look out, you guys kind of to the north. Again, you're still in the cavern, but this part of the cavern is much, much wider. I mean, you're talking probably 300, 400, 500 feet wide for the most part of it. And Endon kind of points off that direction again. He says the ruins are at the end of this wide cavern up here. Maybe 4, maybe 6 hours walk up to this point. And then you see his head kind of snap at the last second. He says, wait a minute. Says, there were basilisks following us, right? And he kind of looks back over this direction over here. But what happened to those? How long was I out?
Not that long.
That dad would kind of look nervously back and forth.
Yeah, let's keep moving.
So, Baron, you and your comrades are going to be, this is out of character a little bit, so it's up to you whether you share this with the group. You're going to be a little bit more familiar with this area. Again, you guys are camping in this area, and I can't remember if you and I had the conversation or whether or not you guys were heading to the ruins anyway, or you were doing something else out here. What did we decide on?
We were headed to the ruins.
Right. Okay. So you guys were heading to the ruins. You guys have also heard of the rumors of this cavern. You guys came from a different route rather than where these guys came from, but you did hear the rumors of these basilisks in this area as well. So you're aware of them. You're also aware of these gargoyles as well, because you saw them from afar attack other type of creatures and haul them off. So use that however you wish.
Okay, do I think our campsite is safe enough, or do I think we should move off further from the basilisks?
Again, your campsite is probably another 4 or 5 minutes, and you guys have been there in this campsite for a few hours. And from what you've heard from other people who have traveled out here and what you've seen, that the basilisks will hardly ever come through this little cavern that you guys just went through, the little narrow section there. And if you give me
okay, so I'm not fully
wisdom
relatively safe out
check,
here.
maybe you'll know more. Matter of fact, everybody give me a wisdom check to see if you can determine why the basilisks don't come through here. Kirill. You just think they can't fit through there, right, Kirill? That's it. They just can't fit
Yep,
through
that's
there.
exactly it.
All right, so Usul will chime in here, and he says, he puts 2 and 2 together. He says, well, if that trap was laid there by these gargoyles, and Usul, you also noticed how the tracks back in that cavern just kind of stopped, a good, 60, 100 feet before you even got to this narrow section, that's the reason why the basilisks don't come through there, because they know the danger that's in there, evidently, that these gargoyles have done this before. So it's up to you whether you share that with everybody or not.
Gargoyles. Yeah, I want to let everybody know, in gargoyles, they can't be petrified, so I don't believe it.
Exactly. So you even read more to it than I did.
Well, I think we should.
Go ahead.
I think we should move off to campsite that we already have set up. It's relatively safe. We haven't been bothered by anything, so.
You guys going to make your introductions at this point? You're just going to invite some strangers into your campsite?
Yeah, who are you?
Who are you?
Well, I'm just a wandering traveler bunched up with these lot.
Your companions' names are?
You can call me Yves.
I'm Corn. Our party is making our way through this cavern. We've been caught up in a little bit of a predicament with these centaurs attacking, and now we found out these strange lizard creatures from another realm are involved somehow, and we're under the instruction of a druid named Jodel, so it's our business here.
Yeah,
What do
and
we
isn't
see
it
here?
isn't it my understanding that you guys are trying to head up north? Trying to something about what is it? I forget. Something about
We're heading to some old dwarven ruins, is where we're going.
yeah. I think I remember you guys mentioning some sort of roots or something.
How do we know these dwarves aren't shapeshifters yet?
I didn't catch that at all, so you were kind of muffled there.
He said
I
he
said,
didn't know whether we were shapeshifters or not.
Again.
Well, they helped us with the gargoyles at least. That's a good sign.
The other the three dwarfs are just kind of keeping their mouths shut, not really saying much at this point, and just kind of keeping a wary eye on everybody. And, one of them will walk up to you, Baron, and says, "Can we really trust the humans and the elves? What'd your mama say if she knew we were sharing a campsite with an elf?"
Whoa.
Honestly,
My mama wouldn't
I
be
don't
happy
think.
about dwarves either, but I can respect all of our mama's traditions.
Mama said life's like a box of chocolates.
No force. There's no force.
They
in
fought with
D&D.
us. They fought well. I think they're okay. And as for us shapeshifting, do you really think we would have helped you, or would we have waited and seen what happened? And maybe picked up whatever was left of yous?
See, the dwarves kind of look standoffish as they made that comment about the shapeshifters here. Indon will speak up. Go ahead,
So-
Cyril. You go first.
Oh, I was say, so Kirill's going to ask Baron, so why is your party here anyways?
Well, we're traveling to some ruins. I'm looking for something there.
What
Why
was the
you
name of the
had that?
ruins Indon's taking us to again?
You asking me, the DM, or you asking the party?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
DM.
Guakamar. Let me spell it for you.
Yeah, I was like, sure, let me just... Those are ruins too, weren't
That's
they?
the ruins. That's also the ruins is the old dwarven town, from what Jodel told you guys. I think Jodel or Indon, someone would have shared with you that was basically an old mining town. And this is all common knowledge to Baron and his group as well.
Yeah, but from what I understand, maybe I missed this, but kind of half zoned out for a second there. But do they know that that's where we're going?
Did who know that's where we're going?
I told you that's where we're
Have we?
going.
You did tell them that's where we're going.
I told you that's where we were headed, and that's why we are in this area.
Has anyone told you that that's where we're going?
You said you were headed somewhere. You didn't say necessarily where.
Yeah. So okay, that's. So I was gonna go ahead and say we're just headed to say this butcher this Gukamar ourselves. Perhaps you'd like to join us. We could use a little bit of help, what with the injuries we've suffered. If you don't mind us imposing on your hospitality.
You certainly seem like you need the help, and you fight well, so if you behave yourselves, I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
At that, Indon will kind of speak up. He says, "So, what's your philosophy on taking a watch? This is not here. Otherwise, he'd be giving Dis a pretty good scowl at this point."
Keeping watch. Someone's always awake. Preferably in pairs, but can't always be done.
I like this guy already.
Indon kind of gives him a wary look, like it's not quite trustworthy yet, but he's been kind of standoffish to anybody new anyway.
I'll take first watch, and anyone that wants to join me is welcome.
I'll join you.
Good.
All right, so you guys are wanting to head back to the campsite now? What do you guys want to do here?
Would you like to come back to our campsite? It's safe, and we've already set up camp.
Carol's good to just nods in assent.
I wasn't trying to force you guys into that. I was just asking.
Well, it's up to the party. I say we might want to try our best to get out of here unless anyone desperately needs some rest.
Well, we can trek some further. I'm pretty good.
It's still nighttime though, wasn't it? Like we're now outside in the open, but it's dark
Yeah,
and
it's around
everything.
midnight.
And we got 4 to 6 hours to go.
Correct. Just so you guys are aware, you guys took
Hey, I'm a little
hold on,
scared.
let me make sure I share this with you guys. So you guys took your long rest in the middle of the day. you only get one long rest or the benefits from that once every 24 hours. So even if you go back and camp right now, those of you that are wanting to, get the full effects of a long rest, you won't get that. It'll be like a short rest.
How about a short rest where we can learn more about everything that's going on and kind of share our stories?
Sure.
Plus, let Indon be less shocked at being alive.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I mean, Usul looks like he could use some help.
Absolutely.
All right, so I'm going to grab all you guys, and I'll move you to another map here where I've got a makeshift camp out here. I actually have it in 2 parts, so let me explain what the 2 parts are, and you guys can tell me whether you want to do it or not. So further up north, like I said, maybe 10, 15 minute, 20, 30 minute casual walk. It's along the edge, where these the cliff walls are, but again, they're starting to get a little bit narrower, but again, a lot more spread out. There's going to be an old, I guess the Baron and the group have found or known about this old rundown, used to be a temple that's been buried in the side of one of the hills or the mountainsides. So you guys can either congregate outside in the, I guess, the open area here, or you guys can actually go right into the temples where they've been staying, and I guess with a small campfire in there to keep out of sight of any other potential bad guys.
I'll go in. Seems like the safest route.
So I'm assuming we're telling them about the temple.
Correct. Yeah, I'm just kind of paraphrasing for you guys. But yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys?
So we're offering that as an alternative option. We can move just a bit further along and there's a safer place to stay.
Correct. Is that what you guys want to go for?
I know that the firelight, it's out in the open, it draws things, especially at night. So if we can hide that, it's the best course of action.
Well, we'll just need to back up our camp then and we can move with you.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. At this point,
Safety in numbers and all
all
that.
you non-dark seeing guys are still affected by the dark vision that Teague had cast upon you guys. I don't remember how long that lasts. Do any of you guys remember how long that lasts as a spell?
I think it was an hour.
Still at least an
Okay,
hour.
so you guys have plenty of time to get to the temple before that wears off. Those of you that are non-dark vision, so you don't technically have to light a torch to find your way back. So, do you guys want to move back to that temple? Is that where you want to go?
Yes.
Alrighty, let's
All
head
right,
to
so I'll
that
assume
temple.
that you guys can pack up your camp pretty quickly, like 15 minutes or so, and make it back to this little temple thing.
Well, we're soldiers, so probably.
I'm sorry?
Soldiers, that we are soldiers, so we could probably pack up camp in like
Right,
5 minutes.
Right. Okay. All right, so I'm going to grab all you guys, and I'm going to move you to a different map. So hold on one second, please. That's funny. I tried to drag and drop and grab all you guys. All it did was grab the bits and pieces of Kiriel's net.
Best net ever.
All right, so let me try this again. Love technology when it works. At this point, probably going to use it just to drag and drop all you guys in here. All right, so, okay. Grab all you guys. Why the hell is it not grabbing you guys? Okay, screw it. I'm going to drag and drop you guys in. One second. This is a big map. It's got all kinds of campsites on it. Okay, looks like I still need to drop corn in. Let me shift you guys over to where the map is. That's where you guys are. Let me know if you're not there.
I can't
don't
see no more.
anything. No, dude, never mind.
I didn't have you in. Am I missing anybody else?
I can't
I had
see.
you in there. I couldn't grab all of you guys or drag you all at the same time. Okay, is that everybody? Oh, Indon's not in there. I got all the dwarves. Got Eves, got Usul, got Curiel, got Baron.
Tegan and Trigby for later, maybe.
Yeah, I'll add them in later point. All right, so Baron, this is your little campsite you've made in here. This is an old temple that you guys have known and found out about in the side of the cavern on one side of it here. There used to be a lower level here, but it's since been kind of caved in and covered up. But over here is the entrance going outside down this hallway, basically, back out into the cavern itself. The back side over here is, you're not sure what it is. It was brought in after this temple was made. It's a decent-sized statue of a white dragon.
That's interesting. Do I know what god this temple is to?
This temple used to be, I gotta look it up. I had it written down. I don't think it's in here. One second. It's a goddess of agriculture, whoever that was. I gotta look it up here. That's you see some of these broken statues on the floor. All of them depicted with different versions of who this goddess actually looked like. Goddess of agriculture, where is it? Let's go with Goddess of Agriculture now until I actually find it. But that statue of a white, small white dragon in the back has nothing to do with this goddess.
Well, that's awfully strange. I'll just keep that to myself. Well, I'll tell the other dwarves that I think that's a little odd, but other than that...
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I don't know how you say it. Shantae, Chauntea. It's a very pretty common god within the Forgotten Realms. That's the goddess of agriculture.
All right.
All right, so it's about 12:30 at night at this point. You guys can pretty much, you should be able to see from here how much light is being emitted from this campfire they got on one side, and how far that's it's barely even reaching, if anything, outside the I guess the opening onto the cavern. So should feel fairly safe here that no one's going to see the light from the campfire.
We should keep a watch anyway, no matter how short the rest is.
I'll take watch. I don't really need a short rest.
All right, so everyone's going to take a nap or a short rest. Go ahead and let's keep it simple. Those that are doing the first watch, go and place yourselves over here. If you're not going to take a rest, place yourself on this side. Otherwise, leave yourself in the center if you're going to take a rest. Yeah, I'm assuming Baron and Corn, you guys are just going to keep a watch at the front door, right?
Yeah, just watch and see. Make sure nothing comes in or attacks us or sneaks in on us.
Because Baron, you'll know since you've camped in here that on this back side of where there are some stairs leading down, but that's just it. The stairs lead down to a huge cave-in, so there's nothing that could potentially come up from underground there, and also up here as well.
Can I send Shuha and Hano to check just to make sure that the cave-in is still there?
Yeah, you can send them to that. You got no problem doing that.
Okay, I'll get them to do that for me.
You want them to like keep guard, or you want them to just go check and then come back and report what they saw?
I just want them to check and report.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then they both come back. Says, yeah, it's same as before, sir, captain, boss. Can we go take a nap now?
Yeah, they can go take a nap or whatever they want to do.
Because one of you guys were on watch when you heard all the commotion and woke everybody else up to run down there. All right. Anybody else wanting to role play or do any kind of any other investigation or anything while you're in here before you take a nap?
I got this necklace, and I don't know. Oh no, you already said I couldn't identify it,
It's
didn't
an
you?
identify spell.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna poke around and look for anything, I guess, shiny.
All right. Lucille, what about you? Anything you're going to do?
No, I need to identify that armor that I got, but aside from that, I really need some hit points or short rest, whatever I can get.
Yeah, it's going to be a short rest. You can't get a long rest because you guys have already had one. So let me just look for you guys. Does no one in our group have the identify spell? I find that very hard to believe. And you guys are going to have a bunch of shit that you don't know what the hell it is if you don't get an identify spell.
Well, unless that's... I think it's a bard or a wizard. I'm not sure if sorcerer has
I'll look at
identify.
Truth if he has that by chance, even though he was partially with you guys. Let me look here.
I thought if you long rested with something, you could identify it.
That's if you like wear it and you attune to it.
You'd have to attune, so you could curse yourself accidentally if you did that.
Well, yeah, but that's the only way to do it with that identify, basically.
So you guys tell me, you're going to like sleep with these things and try to attune to them? See if that tells you what they are?
No.
Not I.
Oh, come on, guys. What's wrong? You think I'd curse everybody?
Probably.
Have I given you guys a cursed item yet? I don't think I have.
You let me eat dragon brain.
Well, that was just crazy on your part, eating dragon brain, but okay, that's fine. All right, so, Kerry, you said you want to look around for anything shiny in here, right?
Yes.
All right, so you're going to do that before or after your short rest? Or even going to take a rest at all?
I'm not resting.
Okay, so real quick, go ahead and give me an investigation check. Anybody else can do the same thing if they want to kind of, piggyback on what Kiriel's doing here.
Kiriel's like, ooh yeah, that's a statue.
You start going through the statue a little bit, and you find one that says, "Oh look, I think that's like a crotch. I don't know if that's magical." Anybody else? No? Okay. So I'll just say this one last thing. Indon, before he goes to bed, he'll be kind of curiously looking over the pendant that Kiriel picked up, and he'll also look over the armor that Usul's been packing around in his backpack. Just so you know, Usul, that armor pretty much takes up your entire capacity of your backpack. So if you come across anything else, you're not going to have room for it in your backpack. Okay?
Understood.
I need everyone else to use up one more share of rations. Unless someone's going to go out forage. Tika's not here, so he's not going to be able to forage for you guys or cook you up any more delicious, burnt, ashy dragon ribs. Ease, before I forget, that dragon bone, wishbone, that you put in your backpack, it's really starting to smell. And if you recall, Tika warned you need to do something with that within the next day or so, or it could just rot away. You still there, Eves? All right, I'm guessing he fell asleep. All right, so let's go ahead and call it, guys. Good session. A lot more combat than I was expecting in here. You guys will take a short rest for 3 or 4 hours. When we come back, we'll do the watch checks for these guys to see if anything comes in. Hopefully, you guys can make it through another short rest without anything encountering you. And we'll pick it up from there.
Sounds good.
Any
Sounds
any
good.
questions, comments, complaints about tonight's session? I'll take that as a no.
Nope, nothing really. It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
doing pretty good.
I liked it.
Okay.
All right, Baron. So I'll follow up with you. A little more information. I don't know if there's anything else you may got to share, and I'll try to find out what happened with the guy that's playing Trigby, if he's done or just had connection issues tonight. As of right now, we'll meet again in 2 weeks. As always, this is always tentative since I got this remodel going on down here. This actually worked out pretty good this week, so hopefully in 2 weeks I won't have the same issue. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Alrighty.
Thanks for a good session, guys, and good night.
Good night.
You guys have a
Good
good
night.
night. Thanks.
Alright, thanks, Brian. Good night.
All right, good night.
User disconnected from your channel. User channel.